So I guess for the sake of,
God damn it.
I ain't shooting blanks, Mr. Fantastic, baby, though.
as long as you got some fireproof lingerie, that's what you need to date the Human Torch, as she said. But and a lot of aloe. Um,
She,
I, I
she,
believe.
she,
So
she been on my grim until I sue Storm.
she read on my Richards till I Johnny Storm.
Damn it. There's nothing else I can say.
She
She Victor Von on my Doom
Damn it.
till I silver surf her.
yes. Yes. She
Which is her name in the new movie, Silver Surf her, am I right, fellas?
she read on my thing until I galactus.
Oh,
She holding my lorry till I General Hager.
She eon my gruff hold until my Michael Chiklis.
I just spit all over my glasses.
Uh, that's the cold open for this episode.
Sheriff, we got a lot to talk about.
I am not an animal! Damn, I'm thirsty. I want a beer. What about you? You want a beer? The ice is gonna break! I am not a human being! I am an animal!
And I'm sorry you can't do this. I really am, because I wouldn't have to fucking sit here and watch you fumble around and fuck it up.
I am Shiva, the god of death.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
You gonna eat your cornbread.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone.
What else is coming out? What else is coming out?
I don't know. That's a good question because I don't know of any other superhero movies that are coming out.
I know Pedro Pascal's really good at editing. Like, I just want to see him in more stuff.
Yeah, if only he had another movie coming out. Like
Yeah.
maybe like a week, if not already.
Yeah, depending on when this airs, I mean, who knows? There could just be a movie out of thin air that just
Yeah.
appears.
Something fantastic.
It better be fantastic. Oh,
Oh my God.
oh,
Dr. Doom's in the house.
Doctor Doom.
Beware, you foolish mortals. Your co-host, Mr. Workman, will not be joining us this week, for I have destroyed him for all time. This week, ladies and gentlemen, and two foolish hosts, this episode will be hosted by none other than the one and only Doom!
Yeah, it's lightning.
Jesus Christ.
Phone
Coming in
Welcome.
hot here, Doom.
Yes. There's no other way for Doom to come in but hot as fuck. You fool.
Oh, that is crazy.
Anyway, we have not 3 this week, but 4 fantastic skins for you all to choose from, if you catch my meaning. Hopefully, hopefully my powers will not cause this machinery to short out at all, as it does in one of the films.
If not,
Ah, yes, indeed.
Hi guys.
how are you doing, Dr. Doom?
Well,
Yeah, guys, did I not ever tell you that I was Dr. Doom?
No,
No,
you kept that
I
hidden.
don't think. I think that one got lost.
Yeah, I can't believe in all these years I've never disclosed that with you
I
all.
did feel the static between us, but that was
Yeah.
Yeah, I
close to the
mean,
middle of the night.
you did seem a little
Well,
sinister a couple times, but I ignored
Got
it.
the laugh down quite
fair enough.
You know, actually, you do give off a lot of red flags. We should have noticed this.
I mean, guys, don't I just scream Latvian conqueror to you at all? I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's pretty obvious.
Maybe
But
it's because we've known you for so long.
yeah, you just are used to it by now.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, welcome to the 3 for 3 podcast. I am your host, the one and only Dr. Doom. And I'm joined by Mr. Matthew Patterson and Mr. Samuel Holler.
What up?
What's up?
So, I was planning on keeping the mask on the entire time, but my apartment flooded last night and my air conditioner is broken and it's hot as fuck. So, I won't be keeping it on for the entire time. But nonetheless, we have, as I said, 4 fantastic picks, so to speak, tonight. Some are more fantastic than others, I would say. But we'll get to them. We're going to go in chronological order, I think. This is the Fantastic Four special. We're doing this because the new film, Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four First Steps, is coming out this weekend.
There's a new Fantastic Four film that could rival Superman.
What?
Of course. Well, how
What?
about that? Marvel versus DC. Yes, Superman has already come out at this point, but Fantastic Four has not. So we'll see. And already, I just have to say, you want to know a thing that doesn't make me want to see any movie ever? When you cut John Malkovich out of the movie, that doesn't make me want to see it more. Just so you know, Kevin Feige. Bad call on your part there, but it's okay.
We will live, but we will never forget.
Indeed. Indeed. So how are you fine fellas doing today on this, the day of our Fantastic Four skin special?
Not too bad. Not too
Doing
bad. I'm feeling like a drink, but I don't know. I'm
fantastic.
Say that again?
I said
Say that again?
fantastic.
Guys, I think I got it.
I
You ready?
Oh, I can't believe
I can't wait till we get to that point.
Yeah.
I watched that movie today and I laughed so hard. That was literally the last fucking line of the movie because I realized I had not seen this before. Fully.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen half of it.
I'm going to get my glasses real quick.
First half,
might
you
be
saw
on
the
film.
better half, but like if you saw the first one, or if you saw the first half, you've seen the better half.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
But yes, something you guys may not know about Doctor Doom is he requires prescription glasses. I don't know if you knew that. You can't see him under the mask. But,
Yeah, no, that's a known fact about
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
But yes, I guess we'll go in chronological order, since that makes the most sense. And we'll start with Mr. Patterson's pick, which is The Fantastic Four from 1994.
Yeah.
Take it away, good sir.
All right. Here's the thing. We have to go back to the 90s before there was such a thing as the MCU, the DCU, or even just a superhero franchise. We got to go back to when superhero movies were shit on, spit on, spat on, not given a budget. And there was a man who did seem to believe in this. His name is Roger Corman. I actually did no research, unfortunately, on this making of this. I'm just going to go off of like what I saw, which was actually not as terrible as I expected it to be, but it was still pretty fucking bad.
This is Roger Corman holding up the studio to get the money for this movie. His barrel behind their backs, like, you're gonna sign that fucking check, bitch.
Going true bloody mama on their asses.
Mm-hmm. However, there is one thing before I begin my spiel. Is the Thing costume, which I'm sure we will discuss on every iteration of the Fantastic Four. However, I myself, over the last week, have reconstructed the machine, basically, which is from The Fly, they use in the Fantastic Four 2004 or 2006 version. 2004? 2006? Whatever. The Tim Story one. And I myself today am gonna become the best iteration of anything costume that you've ever seen. And so I'm gonna put myself into a machine really quick. I'll be right back. That also contains a rock, and I will be transformed. Excuse me.
Oh, he's in the machine.
What's going on? Sam, what's Matt doing? He's transforming.
Fuck!
Oh, it did not work.
God damn it!
How you thought it would.
Shit!
Oh no.
Guys, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, Matt,
I'm a fucking rock. This is the wrong movie. What the fuck?
You
This
weren't even
machine.
supposed to be here today.
Oh my god. Guys, I fucked up. I fucked up pretty bad.
How are we gonna get back? How is he gonna transform back into himself?
Well, Sam, we got to build a machine that'll help him transform back.
Yeah, because I don't have arms or legs or opposable thumbs. I'm fucked. I am fucked.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Anyways, as we say on the podcast, picture this. It is the 90s. And you are stuck with a small budget making a movie about the Fantastic Four. This is going to get really repetitive. So get ready for it. Your name is Reed Richards. You are the humans' smartest man. Basically, it's the same fucking story. Goddamn. I'm trying to remember this one because it's been so long I didn't write any notes. And I'm now a fucking rock, so I'm trying to deal with that. But basically...
Your memory's a little rocky?
Yep. You're a bunch of people that know each other. Sue and Johnny Storm, brother and sister, Ben Grimm, Reed Richards, friends from a long time. They are explorers in space who get blasted with cosmic rays and given superpowers. And the government is like, what the fuck? And Victor Von Doom, who is also really smart and gifted with the craziest amount of powers ever. Yes.
I am that.
And Kruger claws.
And claws. That was crazy.
That was a weird phase that I went through, the Freddy Krueger phase. I was a big fan of those movies, though.
Were they acrylic?
Of course. You think I'm not rocking the acrylic claws? Come on now. I'm not a basic bitch. I'm Doom.
Basic bitch. He Doom, bitch.
But yeah. And, you got to fight Victor Von Doom. And how do you do that? I don't know. Not by doing much. They sure don't do much in this one. I actually can't remember how the end of this movie. I'm trying to figure this out.
He falls off of a cliff.
That's right. It's like Sherlock Holmes. That was my thought.
Like
they just threw his ass off a cliff. It was actually very anticlimactic, I thought, because he was like, I am your friend. And then he was like, you foolish. Like, before he even saved him, he was like, you foolish fool.
I know. I wasn't thinking very clearly. I was just like, you have to understand the depth of my hatred for Reed Richards. Bro left me to die, It was a bad situation. I'm just saying. Like, I had to get one last jab in at him is what I'm saying.
Bad friend.
He was a bad friend, because when I was getting attacked, I got attacked by Sean William Scott, guys. Because there was a little bit of the thunder, a little bit of lightning, and it just took me right out, And Reed, what did he do? Nothing. He's a bitch.
But yeah, this movie is campy as hell and crazy as shit. But in a fun way, I thought. I didn't hate it. I had a fun time. What did you guys think?
Sam?
Well, I got 4 things to actually say, funny enough. 1, the opening score by the Worst Brothers was amazing. But definitely the moment that opening credit thing ended, I realized what kind of movie I was getting myself into. Which is not bad. It's not bad. It just is rough. like this fucking thing needs some goddamn love.
Well, I would say given like the
Or TLC.
resources they had, they did the best with what they.
Oh no, I think that.
My opinion.
Yeah,
That's my thought.
I'm saying the restoration of this film needs to be some very heavy TLC.
Was y'all bad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, looked like a bootleg.
Because like mine was a bootleg, but mine wasn't terrible.
There were scenes that were good, and there were scenes that were really bad and dark as fuck.
Pretty much all of mine. I couldn't even hear what they were saying half the time.
The audio had like a big buzz over it.
Yeah.
I wish y'all could have seen mine then, because mine did not have that. It at least was somewhat clear.
The guy playing Doom
It wasn't great, but it was more like a VHS copy than anything, like a legit VHS copy, not like a bootleg VHS copy.
Yeah. Was that your DVD?
Yeah, it's still a DVD. Well, if I had arms, I would show you my DVD, but I'm kind of in a pickle right now with this whole rock situation.
I like your expression though. You look very disgruntled.
You do.
I'm pissed.
As I would if I were a rock. I'd look disgruntled.
What am I gonna do?
I thought the dude who looked like Doom or looked like Billy Crudup to me, which was automatic red flag vibes. I was like, yeah, you're the villain.
I felt very like Saturday afternoon TV, like on TV.
Yeah, very.
Well, to your point, Sam, it's funny you should say that. I was going through my Golden God phase at this time, so you comparing me to Billy Crudup does make sense. There were at least a few nights, more than a few if we're being honest, where I would stand on top of somebody's house, scream, "I am a Golden God," and dive into a pool. It was tough times, man, I'm telling you. Me and Reed were going to change the world with that comet, and it just didn't fucking happen, and I was drinking my feelings away. You know what I mean? Which is why they cast Robert Downey Jr. to play me in the new one.
Which is wild. But and my last point, the only thing invisible about Sue in this movie is a good performance. Okay.
That was a good one.
Terrible acting across all fronts, but like
all fronts.
I was just, what the fuck?
At least they were all equally bad, so nobody like outshined another person.
Fair. Very fair on that. But overall, like, it wasn't a bad time watching it. It just it needs restoration. On at least archive.com or whatever needs to fucking restore that goddamn motherfucker and make it look pretty.
Yeah.
There's a good movie under there somewhere.
Sorry, you guys had to get a shit version because, like, again, it wasn't like as bad. I think that might have ruined my viewing. I was kind of worried it was going to be like that too.
Matt, I think the you being a rock is affecting your vocal cords. You sound so far away now compared to a minute ago. Are your vocal cords shrinking?
It's a part of being the thing. You get really deep. You sound like you got lung cancer.
Like you're from Brooklyn.
Very gravelly.
You know, I used to smoke. I know.
Well, I'm nobody really. I'm just your average evil scientist, Dr. Doom. But I gotta share my 2 cents on this movie as Dr. Doom. And I gotta say something.
What?
Yes, I do think that this was a very interesting motion picture. You see, during this film, I talked like this, and you can't understand a fucking word I'm saying because the goddamn audio in my mask is so fucking terrible and you can't hear it because they didn't know how to do the audio correctly. But that's okay. Anyway, you think Bane sounds unclear from The Dark Knight Rises? That's nothing. But yes, this film, directed by Ole Sassoon and produced by Roger Corman, has quite a storied history to it, if I do say so myself. Very low budget, filled with many terrible performances, terrible costumes, terrible writing, all the things you come to expect from a Roger Corman production.
Terrible compared to what, though?
Damn.
At the time. Terrible compared to what?
What?
They didn't have any...
What I will say compared to Tim Burton's Batman, I think would have been the best example at the time. But here is what I will say as far as the film itself. Honestly, for me, uh, I didn't, I had a fun enough time with this thing. Matt, my feelings were very similar to yours. I thought it was like, a perfectly, like, is it terrible? Of course it is. It's fucking god awful. But like, it was like, it was fun. It was, to me, it was honestly just like adorable. I was like, "Oh, look at you guys! You're trying." Like, before superhero movies were a thing. Like, oh, God bless your hearts. You really all are trying so hard to make this a thing. And I don't know. It's kind of like, honestly, that was the word I kept using to describe it. Was just like adorable to just describe you know, before superhero movies were really a thing. Them trying to, and before the Fantastic Four had ever really been done in a movie, them trying to do that origin story and with the goofy ass fucking suits that look like they're ripped from a 50s B movie, and the spaceship that looks, and the effects that look terrible, and Jesus Christ, that Human Torch effect at the end was
That was
atrocious.
insane.
That was the part of the movie where I was like, holy
Heavy
shit.
lawnmower man vibe.
Honestly, better Human Torch effect than the Trash Trank one. That one
Fair enough.
pissed me off.
But no,
Also,
that's
just want to
that's
remind
the
you,
thing that I was thinking. Like, some people may say this is the worst. I don't even think so. Like, just because this one to me was at least like it
Watch
was
your words carefully. This is my baby y'all's talking about.
but it was entertainingly bad. It was like I had a perfectly fun time with it. I thought it was kind of like
I mean, I thought the scene with the doctor when he was trying to give them all their shots or take their blood, I thought
that
that
was
was
funny.
kind of funny. Yeah.
That genuinely made me laugh. Like when he goes to Mr. Fantastic and he's finally just like, "Here, just take the thing yourself." I was like, that's kind of funny. And the first Tim Story movie took something from this. When he sits in the chair and it breaks, they took that from this film
Yeah.
because that is what the thing
Josh
does.
Trank one also took something from this film, which is when like the thing is in that room and he's just in like a room being talked to by a government agent.
See, so this film is very influential. And so, I'm assuming neither of you guys watched the documentary about it.
No,
I
I
didn't even know there
didn't
was a
know there
documentary
was one.
about it.
I texted you guys in the group chat. I
Shit.
said,
I thought
yeah.
that was about the 430 movie.
Oh no, no, that was about this.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, I would have. Yeah,
I
that
wonder why I couldn't find that.
the conversation around this, yeah, is basically it's one of those movies where the making of it is almost more interesting than the movie itself. So right after I got done watching the movie, I watched the documentary about it, and basically the production behind this thing was fucking crazy.
Doomed.
Yeah, doomed. They interviewed the entire cast and crew and the director and Roger Corman and everybody about like what went on, and essentially what happened is the company, the production company that owned the rights to the Fantastic Four, was a company called Constantine Films. And this was in the 90s when Marvel was almost going bankrupt and they were just selling the rights to whoever the fuck, they could just to keep the lights on. So they sold it to this tiny little German production company named Constantine Films. And I can't remember his first name, like Bernard or Bernard something, Constantine. He was the head of the company. And basically, at the time they put this into production, the rights were about to expire. And so basically, this thing was made so they could just keep the rights, and they never planned on actually releasing it. They just made it as cheaply as humanly possible, so that they could just technically make a movie, so they could say, "Hey, we made a movie. We can keep the rights, but never release it." And they didn't tell the director, they didn't tell Roger Corman, they didn't tell the cast, they didn't tell the crew, they didn't tell anybody that it was never going to be released. So,
As he listened and followed suit.
say what?
Zazie saw that and definitely was like, I can tax write off all my fucking movies.
Oh yeah, Mr. Zasloff. Yeah, that's his hero right there. um, yeah, so it was fucked up because once they all learned, they finished the movie and they were like excited. They were like, "This is going to be big for our careers. We're making a Fantastic Four movie."
And then they were trying the guy Alex Hyde-White, the guy who played Mr. Fantastic in particular. He was super, super, super passionate about getting it out there, and he really was. He was trying to hold private screenings for it, and he was trying to like hold screenings of it in malls, and they were going to Comic-Con and making appearances with fans and stuff, and they were really trying hard to like promote the thing and make sure it got released. And then Marvel just axed it. They just totally pulled the plug, and they're just like, cease and desist, stop, like never release this thing because they saw how bad it was going to be, and they were just like, we don't. Our brand is going to be hurt badly if this thing comes out. So,
Yet it hasn't been. I think it's been celebrated.
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too is like when you watch the documentary, because I watched the movie and I'm like, man, that sucked. And then I watched it and I'm like, it still sucks, but man, God bless these guys. It really mattered to them, Like all of them, they were so passionate about it. Again, the dude who played Mr. Fantastic in particular was like super, super passionate about it and really.
Bad job. Like
Say what?
Looked like him as Mr. Fantastic. Like I thought he kind of looked like visually like him.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
Yeah.
believe that.
And, all of them, it's funny because most of them don't look the same at all anymore. They all look much older and like pretty unrecognizable. But then the girl who plays Invisible Woman hasn't aged a day. It's like fucking crazy. I'm just like, and the girl who plays Alicia too. I'm like, okay, the two girls in this cast, like they have aged very well. All the guys not as much, but it's
Sacrifice.
cool because, you know, and there's a whole lot more to it as well. Like Stan Lee visited the set and, then trashed the movie later on once he saw what was going on, and,
Damn.
all kinds of other things happened. Avi Arad, that fucker, he claims to have destroyed all the original negatives of it, but they don't believe him because they're like, no, you didn't. You're just saying that. And they want the thing to get an actual official release. Like the guy who played Doctor Doom, like just last year, started a Patreon or a Kickstarter or something, saying like, or a Change.org petition, that's what it was, to officially get the thing released on like video or streaming or whatever. And so, it's like, well, God bless you guys. You really wanted this thing to come out. And I love that you guys are still all these years later. And just today, the day of this recording, I loved seeing this. This made my heart so happy. Kevin Feige confirmed that all four of the actors, the main actors, are going to have a cameo in the new movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
John Malkovich, but they keep these fuckers.
I'd be lying if I didn't think the same thing. But I wish they could have just kept all of them. But I was so incredibly happy to hear that because in the documentary they talk a lot about they're like, yeah, it never came out, yeah, it never got an official release, but damn it, like we're the original Fantastic Four and no one can take that away from us. Like, like we're the original movie versions of these characters and no one can take that from us. And finally, all these years later of them believing that, maintaining that, and not feeling appreciated, like they're gonna be in the new one. I think that's really fucking awesome. Like say what you will about the movie itself, it's not very good, but again, but something too, Matt. I don't know what your version looks like. I guess you said it's better than ours.
Well, at least from what it sounds like, because y'all, from what you guys are saying, it sounds like there was a huge hum over the audio. I heard my audio fine, or I didn't notice a hum.
I didn't
And
notice a hum, but it was just like
It was eating away at me. I had to like pause it a couple times just.
I just couldn't hear what they were saying. The audio was just incredibly because it was basically like I was watching a bootleg copy of the movie, and
I
it
thought I
sounded
watched
and
the best copy of the movie when I was watching
and
it. It's mine is bootleg, but
but in the documentary, they show footage that's like actual footage, like not bootleg footage. And I was looking at it and I was like, okay, it still looks low budget, but at least it looks like a movie now. I was like, this actually looks like a real movie now. I'm like, they should release it like this because it would look so much better.
I don't know what I got to see what that looks like, but mine again wasn't terrible, like to the point where it bothered me.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, so the behind the scenes stuff is incredibly interesting. Like, I would seriously recommend watching that documentary because it's very, very fascinating. But them going into the whole process of it and everything. But and the director just saying like, Roger Corman called him to tell him that the movie was officially canceled. He's like, "Well, I got paid $1 million as a settlement. Anyway, bye." And he was like, "Well, fuck you too. I didn't get paid $1 million." But
Hard to see. Oh, it actually looks good when I hold it up, but
Um,
oh,
guys, I think I might have some telekinesis going though.
you're definitely telekinetic, as we found out in the Black Rainbow episode.
Yeah,
very
so
hard
I think
sometimes to see like faces or anything.
I think I
Yeah,
might be
it's
able to
kind of hard
set
to
it up.
see here, but and as I mentioned again, there are a lot of problems. Like half the time, the movie's already hard enough to hear. Doctor Doom in that mask sounds so muffled in so many scenes, and the actor who played him in the documentary, he was just like, "Yeah, I'm as embarrassed by that as anybody." He said, "I'll to this day," he said, "I'll come in and redub the lines if you want me to." So, um, again, I'm just like the fact that they're still so like excited about it, like they really want to be a part of it. It's like, man, that mattered to them, and that's cool. But yeah, this movie, honestly, like again, I also just find it like so. Most of the movie, it's pretty focused, I would say. They stick to the same plot, they get powers, they gotta fight Doctor Doom, all that good shit. The Mole Man subplot was very fucking weird and clearly just there to pad out the runtime.
Oh my God. Sorry, I for fucking got about that shit up until just thank you for reminding me. That shit was wild because I was like, are they fighting the leprechaun right now? I was like, is that one of the villains? The whole like when he fucking goes into the thing goes like meets them and they're like, we got a new guy. She's like, I'll never be your queen. I was literally like, what the fuck is going on?
Random as fuck, certainly.
I'm excited for
Let's have
Paul
a good
Walter
time
House.
with it. I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
So that or y'all were saying,
I was just gonna say it was funny. Just again, it was one of those parts of the movie that was like it was again just kind of adorable to see. Like, all right, this is their like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like take on the Fantastic Four, basically with like Mole Man literally coming out of the sewer and shit. It was just like yeah, and I know what you're. Go ahead, Sam.
I'm excited for Paul Walter Hauser, but it concerns me that he was like I don't even know the character that I was playing after filming, and I was like, well, damn. So like,
Oh man, is gonna be in the new one?
yeah.
Yeah, Paul Walter Hauser's playing him.
Fuck yeah.
So like, I'm just like,
It's funny though because technically Paul Walter Hauser will be the first Mole Man because this character we must not get his name wrong is the Jeweler. That's what they call him because again, apparently they explain in the documentary for whatever reason they didn't have the rights to Mole Man, so they couldn't call him that.
This is
So
where
they
the
had to call him something else.
for Uncut Gems.
So what?
This is where the Safdies got the idea for Uncut Gems.
I want to see Adam Sandler play this part now.
yeah.
But yeah, we also got a record three it's clobbering times in this movie. He
It
says
was
it every
fun.
time a fight scene
It was
begins.
fun. And I get that most of the budget went to his outfit because like, dude was decked out.
And look, I'll give them this.
That was
For the time and for the fact that it's a Roger Corman movie, the production on this was higher than his films usually were. So they did go all out for this. I'll say that much.
my opinion, it's my second favorite thing, uh, outfit. I don't know if I like love the new one just yet.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see when the movie comes out how it plays,
Still, it's
but
my favorite listen than this.
it was the Earl Sinclair, dinosaurs like, version of the thing, basically. That's essentially what they were working with. And yeah, again, for what it is, you know, it's harmless. Like this wasn't like enraging me watching it. I was a little bored towards the end, but that was because I was getting tired. I was more just like, this is cute, like which I know sounds condescending, but I don't think it's any secret to anybody involved in the production of this that it's a very low budget, schlocky kind of movie. I don't know if they would necessarily disagree with that, but
It's
yeah,
kind of It'd be like looking at at a fly and saying it's a fucking beetle.
yeah.
I don't know. That's a really weird analogy, but I'm a rock, so it's okay.
I didn't totally get it, but yeah, I get where you're going with it. Um,
All right.
but but yeah, I guess Matt is as usual pretty rock hard this episode.
Hey, I
But
beat off at you. It's not funny.
is it clobbering time, Matt?
You gotta like go have your everything everywhere all at once desert moment like scene where you look out and think about all the things that happened to Ben Grimm in every iteration, all the fucked up shit because he always gets the short end of the stick no matter what.
Poor bastard.
I
Poor
can't.
bastard.
It's not funny. I don't have a butthole.
You don't pee or poo?
I can't smell. I don't have a nose.
Wow.
I don't know how I'm hearing you right now.
Well, Matt, yeah, I have a question. Where are your ears?
Hey,
Um,
you know what? When I figure out how to come, it's gonna be a rock slide.
but before we get to that one, yeah, just this one, again, it's what can you say except like it does the basic job telling the origin story. It's kind of adorable just seeing them like again, just the part where they're walking out the door before they go into space and she's like, "Look at you. You're the Fantastic Four." I'm like, "That's cute." You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like the Trank movie where you just want to rip your goddamn hair out every second of the movie. It's just like, no, this is fun. Like this is adorable.
I
Like
didn't
it's
hate
not
the costumes, yeah. I mean, even the freaking trunks on the thing were kind of funny, even though they looked a little weird.
yeah. And I like that again, like that scene where he's explaining their powers and shit, where he's just like, "Ah, yes, I'm always just stretching myself too thin, trying to help everybody. And Sue, you're so shy. That's why you're invisible. Johnny, you've always been a hothead. And Ben, you're always solving problems with your muscles. It took our greatest insecurities and made them our greatest strengths. That's why we got these powers." I'm like, this is cute, man. I'm sorry. Like, I can't be mad at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. To me, it's like if you know what you're getting in for, you can't really be mad at this one. You can say it sucks. It's not really, it does. It's a terrible movie, no question about it, but I wasn't mad at it or anything. Like definitely not the worst one in the bunch. That's for sure.
Watch what you fucking say about my baby.
Okay.
My vision will be seen. Okay. My
Okay.
vision will be seen.
Okay. Well, that's cryptic. But any final thoughts on the 1994 Fantastic Four?
I really like the composer of this, the brothers composers. It felt very Star Trekky to me with like the way the opening music happened, and then just like Matt said, the Saturday television kind of like I could imagine people in 1994 just like chilling and watching this on TV on a weekend afternoon.
This is very much like you see this movie on TV kind of movie, like in the 90s and shit. You don't see it in the theater, but it comes on TV every now and then, and you
Enjoyable though. I would say it was enjoyable. I need them to restore it, which it sounds like they have because of or to a degree.
there exists restored footage of the film. It's in the documentary. And so I'm like, release this. I'm with them. I want them to release this officially.
I'm
If for no
definitely
other
gonna check
reason,
that out.
if for no other reason than so the cast can have the satisfaction of finally having it out there officially.
Matt,
They'd only make more money if they did, so I think they should.
Yeah, I mean, like just put it on Disney Plus for Christ's sakes. I mean, just let people see it. But
Sorry, I think there's somebody at my door.
oh,
Oh fuck! Thank
okay.
God. Yo, come in. Yo, what's going on here, guys?
oh Jesus.
Oh dear God,
Oh my God, Steve Lass?
this poor fucker
What are you doing here?
turned himself into a rock. I just
Yeah.
something felt wrong in the air, and it looks like your fucking friend here, who I hate.
Yeah, are you here to gloat, Mr. Lass?
Yeah,
Yeah, I might teabag him real quick. Don't look.
you on
Oh,
But no, I think I'm gonna help him get back to his form.
okay.
I don't know. Just give me a second. I got to figure out this fucking fly contraption.
that he's got going on that somehow relates to the Fantastic Four. I don't fucking understand what he says half the time. 1 second, guys.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I never had a problem with you. You were nice to me
Awesome
when we.
documentary, yeah, it took off too. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's one of our most viewed episodes. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Honestly, if I'm being real, I think Matt was being a bit of a diva during his interview because me and Sam, we got along with you just fine. So, I think maybe he was being a bit of a prima donna.
Might have been too. Maybe he'll be nicer now that I'm helping him.
Yeah, hopefully you can put your beef aside.
I don't know. He looks pretty pissed off.
He does, I gotta say.
Oh, I think I'm getting it.
Oh shit.
Got it working. I got it working. Let me just hit this real quick. All right. Oh, 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 fuck. Okay.
Oh, you're back. You're
You're
back.
back, Matt. Oh, thank God.
Get out of my house, you piece of shit.
Hey, don't treat Steve like that. He helped.
Don't be mean to Steve. He
God.
just saved you.
Nah, I kicked his ass out. Fuck him.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Oh,
that's an interesting way to treat someone who just saved your life, Matt.
I'm glad you're back, though.
He didn't save my life. He didn't save shit. I would have figured this out on my own. I don't need him.
Good point.
I don't need help from anybody.
Regular old
Well,
Richards over there.
well, fellas, now that we've
But
covered
good to be back, though. I can finally crack open a crisp Voodoo Ranger.
who are not paying us yet, but they should be.
They should. They very
frankly,
much should.
they really should at this point. But, gentlemen, now we must move on. We must move on
Got hands.
from the Fantastic Four. Ah, yes, the Fantastic Four. Oh,
Yo, Loki, you kind of do look.
Yeah.
do I what now?
You're pulling off the OG vibes.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm going for. But now that we are not going to talk about this one anymore, and we're going to talk about the 2005 and 7 films, I must talk like the Doom from that film now.
Oh, shit.
So, everybody, I'm just gonna say something really quick. I'm Dr. Doom, okay? And we are about to talk about, for our next pick, I cheated this week, Tim Story's Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer. In all seriousness, I make fun. But I must at this point give a big ol' RIP to Mr. Julian McMahon, who passed away just about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. But yes, rest in peace to Mr. McMahon. Honestly, he was my Doctor Doom growing up. So just definite RIP to him. So because this is my pick this week, I cheated, as we have been known to do on this podcast sometimes, and I picked two at once because I had to talk about both. I couldn't just do one. I had to do both. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, I want you to, as always, picture this. You're the Fantastic Four, and it's 2005. And so, well, you're Reed Richards, right? And you're a scientist. And you go with your best friend, Ben Grimm, who looks like the star of the TV show The Shield.
Or Matt's dad, depending on who you are.
And Matt's dad, yes. So and you go into space with your hot ex, Jessica Alba, who Sam and I did in fact see in a hotel. Oh, shit.
I'm sure, Jackson, you want to choke.
That's some wish fulfillment right there, all right.
How does it feel, Mr. Doom?
Yes, I'll bring all kinds of doom to that situation.
I'm gonna leave this photo up the whole time so you're distracted.
Okay, I see you, motherfucker. Think I can't get through it? I was distracted when we saw her in the hotel lobby, Sam.
I know that was crazy.
That definitely happened. You can't say that we didn't see her in that lobby. You can't say that we didn't.
Can't say that you did, though.
But we did. We saw her.
Saw her.
I'm not saying we saw her in person, but we did in fact see her. Don't ask too many questions. We saw her.
How big was she? What were
What
they?
did I just say? Don't ask too many questions.
Never ask a woman's proportions, Matt.
Exactly. Sexist fuck. Anyway.
Hey, I'm not Tim Story.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into that in a minute. So
I ain't blaming them.
yeah, so anyway, you're going with your hot ex, Jessica Alba, but the problem is this. Jessica Alba, who is Sue Storm, she is married to this mamma jamma right here. She's married to Victor Von Doom, the fucker who outshone Reed at every turn and became more successful at him, if I do say so myself. But there's just one person left who needs to come with us on this expedition into space.
Captain America.
You fucking cocksucker, you stole it from me. Ah, second time.
On.
Second time that's happened. First
This guy.
first Sam and now you. Ah, flame on indeed. That looks so cool with the background and everything.
I
You
say
actually kind of look like you're on fire.
Yeah.
I say flame on when I beat off, but that's just because of the chlamydia.
The chlamydia that Johnny Storm in this movie definitely caught or
Yeah.
spread around.
Oh yeah. No question about it.
He doesn't know though.
Yeah. His pee is flaming even when he's not the Human Torch.
Just wait till the new fucking Silver Surfer gets a taste of that.
Oh yeah, shiny and chrome, motherfucker, like Mad
question
Max. So you got to go into space, but there's one problem. The shields that you built to protect you, they don't work. When you get caught in a fucking cosmic storm and you gain superpowers, that's right, and you become heroes known as the Fantastic Four. Yes, that's a good picture of me right there. That was me during my I'm gonna talk like a gay fashion critic phase. It was a weird phase, but
You look like a face cast of Arnold as Dr. Freeze.
you're not wrong about that. Not wrong about that. You're very correct. Who's to say that's not where I was getting my inspiration from?
And you get one of a semi copy of the X-Men line about what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning.
Except this line isn't stupid as
Speaking of
fuck like that one is.
Speaking of semis, I got one seeing Jessica Alba naked in the movie.
Yo, as a kid, that's the most badass fucking thing I ever saw in my life was the thing stopping that semi truck.
Yeah.
You felt that impact as a kid watching this movie.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Look good. But yeah, so they get superpowers. They got to learn how to deal with them. You know the
hey,
story.
what?
Huh?
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 What? They get what? And they do what?
What?
They get what and they do what?
They get superpowers. And then a bunch of fuck shit happens.
Really? Sorry.
Yes, we all
Not
know
familiar.
the story.
This is this was
Not
the second of 3 times we're gonna say this.
Yes, that's gonna be repetitive for sure. Unless I decide to recap Silver Surfer and say it again. So that'll be 4 times. But
Well, they don't get they get
Well,
each
good
other
point.
powers and learn how to deal with them.
exactly. But we'll get into that one in a second. So yeah, that's the first one. They got to learn how to deal with their powers and shit. And then the second one, they're a team now, but things are getting a little tense because the Silver Surfer comes to Earth and he's getting the planet ready to be eaten by Galactus, who is a giant fart cloud who eats
So,
planets.
Like I said in the email, Galactus isn't coming, but he ain't gonna be the only one.
Galactus isn't coming out of my butt.
Yep, that's accurate. And so essentially they got to stop the Silver Surfer and they got to stop Galactus and they got to, Reed and Sue are starting to rethink the superhero life. They're trying to get married. It's not going very well, but they're trying nonetheless. So those are Tim Story's 2 movies from the 2000s. I turn it over to you and I beg you both to watch your words carefully.
If the Silver Surfer had Lawrence Fishburne's voice in real life, my mouth would also be covered in chrome.
Same.
Take it away, Sam.
This is what, his third appearance this season?
Yeah.
I can't even like follow that up. Um, I said it before and I'll say it again. Laurie Holden is the villain of this movie.
The first one.
The first one.
Yeah, I know why too. Actually, I know exactly why, but go ahead. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Well, it just fucking catches me off guard every time how fucking awful she treats Ben and how Ben gets the worst goddamn storyline. Like Johnny, amazing life. Reed gets to explore the shit that he wanted to explore. Sue, I don't understand why she had to get naked to cross to the other side of the bridge when Reed and Johnny just got to walk right past all those people, but it is what it is.
Because Tim Story is a horny bastard. That's why.
We're all horny bastards. It's okay.
Ben
True.
just gets the fucking his rocks don't get off. Except for the rock went down on the ground.
Are you not gonna say no? The reason why she's the villain is she could have done anything. She could have just walked away. She could have done anything else. But no, she's a villain. She's worse than Doctor Doom. Because she fucking set that ring on the fucking cement. She could have put the ring on a car. She could have handed it to somebody else. She could have thrown that shit into the water.
And him
nope,
trying to
fuck
pick
her.
up.
She put that shit on the cement. She knew what she was doing.
She
knew what she was doing.
So fucking sad, and it just kills me every
And
single
then
time.
Reed has to pick it up. I was like, she knew what she was doing by setting that shit on the fucking ground like that. She could have tossed it on the ground. She just,
Did it for her own sick amusement. She deserved what she got in Silent Hill.
Yeah. Fuck Laurie Holden in this, and I'll fuck Laurie Holden in Silent Hill.
Exactly. They translate.
But
I'll double down, Sam. Fuck Jessica Alba in Valentine's Day, and I'll fuck Jessica Alba in this.
Back to my point, though, I really, really want to thank the casting director Nancy Clipper, because without her, we would probably not have Hamish Linklater and New Adventures of Old Christine, and that is one of my favorite things to ever exist. And him being in the first movie was just what the fuck, but it was right before, so I guarantee like the success and exposure translated. Good Lord, sorry, Thunder's been rolling for like multiple seconds.
Sean William Scott's behind you. It's okay.
And then here's the lightning about to come.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I bet Chris Evans' thumb was flaming hot after he tried sticking it up his own ass, having Kevin Feige recast him in any other role, including coming back as this in Deadpool. And that's all I have to necessarily say off the top of my head. We can dive in.
I will continue.
Childhood classic for me.
Amen. I was gonna say I will continue real quick. I wish I was in Westcliff. I have a Thing action figure that I still have from this movie that I fucking loved. I was in New York as a kid, visiting family and stuff, and in a magazine, I saw an ad for this movie about a year before it came out, and I was convinced that it was coming out this weekend. And so I was telling my dad, we have to go see the Fantastic Four. And he kept telling me, no, it doesn't come out for like a year. And I just didn't comprehend that in my head. And I was so pissed. But we finally did see it, and it became one of my favorite movies ever.
I do want to call this movie out because all I wrote in my notes, the only thing I wrote for this and the second movie, which is uses the term mook.
Yeah.
They got away with that. And then
it's not a slur.
Yeah, it can be.
It depends on how you use it.
If you replace the M with a G, it is, but I mean, mook is not a slur at all.
What if you replace the G with a K?
Well, no, that's not a slur either.
And my other note for the second one was Kerry Washington was definitely staring at Jessica Alba's titties.
I don't blame her.
You got away with it, though.
Her pretending to be blind was just staring right down at him.
Jessica Alba said, "What are you staring at?" And she said, "Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm in character."
I was like, your eyes are pretty fixated on something. I don't know if you're really blind.
She said, "I'm method, bitch."
Yep.
Just as good as Ben Foster in Alpha Dog trying to go blind.
But no, I mean, I really loved this movie as a kid. Um, I thought the Johnny Storm, uh, Ben Grimm dynamic is great in both movies. They're just such fun to watch. Each movie he calls them out for like a different thing. Um, I think in the second one, the rock slide joke got me more because like I saw the first one a lot as a kid because I have it on DVD, full screen. But the second movie I never really saw as much, and I really liked it this time around. I had a lot more fun with it. I didn't think I was, but I was like, yeah, this is just as good as the first. I enjoyed it. I enjoy both personally, as much as people may not like them. Uh,
I
I
thought
still love them.
really like holds its own with the first. I didn't remember it going that way, but like both of them are a very good pair.
Yep. I love when Reed like expands his hands for the Big Bang thing. Uh, and Andre Brower is great. I
Another
forgot
rip. Another rip.
the rip. Yep. He is just wonderful.
You think
I like the huh?
You think Tim Story in the first one wanted to ram his pole so hard into Jessica Alba that he forced it to be a scene in the second one?
Yeah, that's why she goes, "Why does this keep happening to me?" And Tim Story's just like, "'Cause I got a boner, baby."
Yeah, that was ad-libbed by Jessica Alba, I feel like, probably.
Yep.
Um,
But no, they were standouts as a kid though, honestly. Like those were moments. But I will say this, Doom getting the Silver Surfer board was insane as a kid. And
Yeah,
I think that is pretty elite. Like the switches of the villain being friendly, like at first it's Doom and then it's the Silver Surfer, I thought was pretty elite. So, and I first thought the switching of the powers was going to be annoying, but then I started to love it. So,
I
yeah.
love, I love the part where Ben crushes Johnny's car.
yeah. And then you hear the tuk, tuk. But
Very
yeah.
a Ghost Rider esque as well with the bike jumping
The
fire.
motocross, yeah.
Oh, that part. Yeah. Yeah. That was interesting. I love, yeah, the 2000s time capsule shit like that. Like that was big at the time. That's how you know when this came out.
Yeah,
And the scene where um Johnny's holding up the fucking little thing action figure doing the it's clobber in time and he just takes it and slams it against the wall.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Michael Chiklis really just fucking stood out so hard. Like he gave so much to this character, and
Fun fact, Stan Lee said that Michael Chiklis as the Thing was the greatest casting choice in any Marvel movie ever. So,
I believe it.
yep. I can't really disagree with him. It's up there.
he brought that
But
emotional weight. Like him in the like outfit doing his Raphael thing with the fucking hat, staring up at Laurie Holden with the phone, and
Chris Evans as the thing was nuts.
yeah, in the second one.
Yeah.
So yeah, this, my friends, I may need to take the cloak off for this one so I can fully concentrate. I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep it on even though I'm sweating to death in this fucking thing at this point. Of
You can't tell.
all the nights for my AC to go out, this was not the fucking one. But I'm gonna try to concentrate as much as I can, as hard as that is to do right now. And I'm gonna say, this, my friends, is my Tiananmen Square moment. I am not going to budge. I am not going to back down. I am going to keep my feet planted on the ground and I am going to defend these movies like my life fucking depends on it. I love these fucking movies with every fiber of my goddamn being. So as a kid, the two superhero like franchises that I watched all the time more than anything else was the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies and these. There is not a superhero movie in existence that I have seen more times than Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer because I owned it on DVD as a kid and watched it about 80,000 times. And
say
to this day, there's no way any other movie
You
has
watch
surpassed.
Silver Surfer the most?
Oh yeah.
See,
I
I
watched
never watched. It was always the first one for me.
I watched that one a lot. But like if I watch the first one like 200 times, then I watch the second one like 8,000 times. I mean, like
And does yours come with an exclusive bonus DVD?
it does indeed,
Oh yeah.
with all the special features and everything.
I hope mine does. I don't think
I
it.
watched
Oh,
these movies.
Wait, actually, okay, okay. Yours comes with the special features. No, I'm just fucking with you. But does yours come with a save 50 cents when you purchase any Ortega products?
You bastard.
I bet it don't. Actually,
No.
and it's even got the Fantastic Four the Thing fists, which I wish I had.
that's
Me too. That would have been awesome to have.
mine's the
But
Go ahead, I apologize.
oh no, you're fine. I lost my DVD copy so many years ago at this point, but it was actually I think it was a Blockbuster copy that I just never
yeah.
took back and just kept and watched a billion times. But what was I gonna say? Oh yes, and I saw it in the theater as a kid. This and Spider-Man 3 in the same year. That was a big year. I saw them both in the theater, and it was amazing. And so I'm going to make my case. It's me versus the internet here, and I'm glad I have you two in my corner, also liking these because that makes it easier. Because I was prepared. This was going to be fucking my Eraserhead. I was willing to go to war over this one. I was willing to brawl if I had to, so I'm glad I don't
Oh, we
have to.
wouldn't like these?
Say what?
You really thought me and Sam wouldn't like these?
Sam's review for the second one was 2 stars, and it was just SMH at first before he changed it, so I was nervous.
Oh, I can't wait for Sam to explain that one.
And his review of the first one was Jackson is going to have to fight me on the podcast. So I was
No,
like,
it's about Laurie
okay,
Holden being the villain.
why would I disagree with that? She's awful.
He is your queen.
I don't, she's your queen. You're the one who wants to fuck her on a motorcycle.
Fair.
But,
Jesus. I thought I was being crazy.
Only in Silent Hill though.
he said it in that episode.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But, yeah, this is the delirium that I'm going through. However, um, yes, the first movie is more flawed than the second. But I maintain that both films, especially when you compare them to other superhero movies from this time, hold up so much better. Like, I think in general, I don't think the generalization that the 2000s were a bad time for superhero movies is accurate or fair. I think, and I'm biased, I grew up in that era, but I genuinely believe, yes, Matt.
No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree with you because what they did back then, they could do the origin story and the team up in the same movie.
Yeah.
Like they don't fucking split it apart, you know. They don't do an origin story movie and then
Very
be like,
true.
all right, we're gonna team up in the next one. No, you got to do the origin story in the first like 30 minutes. The rest of the movie has to be them working like as a team.
Very, very true. And that's another thing I'll touch on in a minute is all the differences that this era had. But in general, I think that like this isn't as bad as something like Daredevil or Ghost Rider or, Blade Trinity or say what?
I love Ghost Rider so much. It's
I love Daredevil.
I liked Daredevil when I was younger, and then I saw it again last year for the first time in a long time and was like, God damn, this is a terrible movie. But
The deprivation chamber fucked me up.
yeah, it was interesting. I
Weird.
forgot about it until I saw it again. But yeah, but there are movies from that time that are terrible.
You guys ever watch The Punisher? Because that was one of mine that I watched a lot of.
I was just recently trying to look that up to see if it's on anything, and it's gone from all streaming services. I don't
Huh.
know why it's off of everything because I wanted to see it.
I was thinking about choosing that just now as we were talking about it.
I would choose it if I mean honestly I want to see it, but I can't find it.
You gotta watch Warzone too.
Warzone.
I'm not as interested in
The
that one.
2004 is my favorite.
Yeah, Thomas Jane.
Yeah, that's like my favorite of all time. Roy Schneider is the fucking dad in that one.
Yes, I apologize, everyone. I had to take my costume off because I couldn't fucking concentrate. I'm so goddamn hot. I'm sweating fucking buckets. So, if I'm to make my case that I'm going to make, I must have full concentration for as much as I can have. These movies are fucking solid as shit. And here's why. For one thing, I think the story works. I think the writing works. I think the character dynamics work. And do you want to know one of the reasons why that is? Because we have a returning favorite this episode, behind the scenes, Mr. Mark Frost, the co-creator of Twin Peaks. He is the co-writer of both of these films. And that is why, my friends, I think partially anyway, uh, the script works and the characters work. And I will posit this. On the first film, his co-writer was Michael France, who didn't have a very good track record. He wrote Ang Lee's Hulk and Thomas Jane's Punisher. Now, you may like some of those films or you might not, but they don't have the best critical reputations.
Wait. What was the second film written by Michael's Underpants?
I don't get it, but
Oh, somebody will. It's okay. There's gonna be somebody out there laughing. You'll get it eventually, and then you'll be like, "Oh,
I'll laugh. I'll
I had
laugh.
to skip London."
While I'm editing this back, I'll be laughing.
Still not getting it? Nobody?
I didn't even, what did you say?
I said I had to skip London because you were at France already.
Okay.
You man, go fuck yourself.
I'm done, I think.
And okay.
Jackson, you'll be editing this and you'll be like,
You're like, God.
I'll be laughing my fucking ass off, I'm sure. But then the co-writer of the second movie was Don Payne, who was the main writer on the first Thor, and you know, I just think that in general, the second one, that's why the script is so much sharper than the first. Because here's the thing. The first movie to me, there are only like two or three major problems. You got the fact that Reed and Sue's
frontal nudity.
say what?
No full frontal nudity.
Well, that's just, that's a problem of every movie where there is no full frontal nudity, is that it could have it, but it doesn't. Well, considering Jessica Alba is in it, and considering how horny Tim's story was, I'm surprised there wasn't any. Although technically there was. She was just invisible.
I just wanted to see his dick.
Reed's dick?
Yeah.
No, I just said his.
Oh.
Okay.
Figure that one out.
I will.
Jackson's trying to defend this movie, and you're just jabbing him in the fucking throat.
This is Mission Impossible 3 all over again. I'm being fucking
I'm not even like attacking you. I'm just
being derailed at every turn.
I'm derailing you. That's all.
Yes, Mission Impossible style. What was I gonna say? Well, how about Sam? You go.
Well, I mean, I've talked about this movie. I really enjoy it. Especially the second one. I would definitely watch it on my portable DVD player a lot. And anytime FX did the inside the movie thing, I would be like fucking sitting there not budging from my seat. And it just definitely, like, I love the part two, like they have that like close up of the fingertip like in Raimi's Spider-Man in the first one when they're like getting their powers and everything. And it just definitely it holds up. And this rewatch, I think the second one I enjoyed it way more than I remember liking it, like in hindsight. And it's so fucking goddamn sexist towards Jessica Alba.
Here's the thing. I think that one part is. The rest of it, I don't think is at all. I think that obviously
you don't need to get naked at any point.
No, you're exactly right. That scene, and I guess the second one that happens later, are both completely unnecessary. It's just stupid comedy that is out of place and doesn't work. And it's so goddamn unnecessary. It's actually insane. Like they're just doing it for the gag, and they're just doing it to,
It's literally the Reed and Johnny walk right past the barrier that they couldn't.
That's exactly what like this time watching it, I was like, they just get past it. They don't have to take their fucking clothes off. Why did she? It's so pointless. You're
white man.
And then she just turns into someone who is all about getting married and kind of like made her a bitch. And I really fucking
I don't know about that, but
well, my whole thing was like their whole thing kind of fucked me up. Was like he didn't want to get married, or he didn't want to move into her apartment together. And then in the second one, they're having trouble getting married. I'm like, it's the same issue both times.
Well, no, but here's my thing. I think like here's what I was gonna say. the first one, here are the three major issues. Um, yes, that is one of them. It's not a big one because it only happens once or twice, just her gratuitously just, getting naked for no reason. But the two major issues besides that are one, Reed and Sue's relationship is kind of cliched and not very interesting. Just watching it, you're like, okay, most of the script and most of the story work, but this one thing just you can copy, it's copy and pasted from every fucking generic romance you've ever seen, where it's just like, well, you didn't want to make a commitment, Reed, and well, I was trying to make a commitment, but I didn't know how, and just, it's copy and
And that's the issue is a normal man would build a fucking house with his bare hands for Jessica Alba. Why would you have commitment issues? Like what?
No, I like what they're going for. I like the whole he's learning to try to be more. I do like what they're going for because they're trying to make him become more confident and therefore the perfect team leader who can lead the four. It's just not done very well because it is very cliched and the dialogue is just very, again, copy and pasted from every movie you've ever seen. So that definitely was one of the weaker aspects of, like, just again that scene where they're talking when their powers are flaring up, like, oh, that was your always your problem, Reed, you cared about your science more than me or whatever. I'm like, god damn, this is like from Honey I Shrunk the Kids or some shit. It's just like you've seen it 1,000 times. I'm like, that's definitely one of the weakest parts. The other major issue is you can tell towards the end they were trying really hard to just rush to the climax because, like, first of all, it just seemed to me like they were like, okay, this has to be 2 hours. So cut it down, rush towards the climax, because there are at least three
Immediately
major
restaurant.
story beats. Say, well, yes, yes, yes.
There we go.
That's a good one. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but yeah, they in the span of like 10 minutes, there are like three major beats that happen like one after the other, and it's just like kind of rushed and it's kind of too fast and it's kind of just, like in the span of 10 minutes, it's like Victor goes to see Ben, convinces him that Reed is the bad guy. And then in the next fucking scene, he's already back at the Baxter building and we have the all is lost moment where, they fight and everything and he leaves. And then literally like a couple of minutes later, Victor's bringing him back to the Baxter building, turning on the machine, all this shit. It's just happening way too fast. And I can't help but notice it every time I see it now. And here's the thing. Here's my proof
Fly
that they
machine.
were, say what?
Machine from the Fly.
Indeed, that's exactly
That's
what it looks like.
literally that's I was watching this and that's all I thought was like, did they just make the machine from the Fly?
It looks very, very similar. It would have been interesting if Jeff Goldblum was in this, but um, one reason I know this is what happened is because I wonder if you guys remember this as well. When I was a kid, okay? So the second one I actually had on DVD. The first one I had recorded on like Cinemax or HBO or whatever it was, and that's how I watched it. And so I don't know if they only kept this for the TV version and cut it out of everything else, but I swear to God, there is a scene in this movie that is not in the movie when I watch it anymore, where the entire crux of Johnny's character arc happens, and they cut it out of the goddamn theatrical and DVD and streaming versions, where there's a scene, because you remember when that scene where he and Sue are arguing and she's like, "You really think those people care about you, Johnny? They don't care about you at all, and he's like, "For the record, they love me, That's the
Yeah,
real world and shit." And then the
that's in the
next
movie,
time,
right?
yeah, but then the next time we see him is when he comes back to the Baxter building for the climax.
Yeah.
And there's a scene in between that I saw all the time as a kid where after he leaves, he's at a bar and he's showing off for everybody once again, and he's messing around with the fire, and he makes a big flame, and he like accidentally burns somebody almost, and like knocks him down and shit. And everybody's like, "What the hell is the matter with you? Like you almost killed her and shit." And they totally shun him. And that's the moment where he realizes, like, oh my God, I'm a dick and they don't really care about me. They just turned on me on a dime and shit. It's literally the biggest moment of character development for him in the film. And the thing that makes him turn around and be less of a dick from that moment forward. And they cut it out. It's not in it anymore. I don't know if it was just in the TV version as a kid, but I swear to God that scene exists because I saw it all the fucking time as a kid. And every time I watch it now, it drives me fucking crazy that it's not there because it's so important. And I'm just like, why is this not in the film anymore?
I
Like,
will check the deleted scenes and I will let you know.
it is in it. I swear it exists. I saw it all the time as a kid. It exists. And so now when you see him
That sounds kind of vaguely familiar.
I mean, it's for real a thing, and I hate that it got cut because it's so fucking important. But it shows me again where the studio's mindset was. They're like, all right, cut all these character development scenes, just rush it towards the end. We got to get it to the climax. We got to get it in under 2 hours. So I think there's also just
I
some stuff.
usually try to get mine in under 2 minutes.
That's a good one.
I'm sorry. I'm
That's a
sorry.
good one.
There's apparently a deleted scene where Mr. Fantastic turns into Wolverine.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I've never seen it, but I heard about it. I guess they could get away with that because Fox owned both of them. But they also again
I don't know.
other oh shit.
Is
Hold
that
on.
it? Jessica Alba.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba, like the fourth member of Run DMC.
Just like Steve Buscemi.
What I like about though the old ones, they always had a like a reference to another Marvel movie like that. In Spider-Man 2, I think, uh, there is a scene which if you pause it, Thomas Jane is just walking around in the background as the Punisher. Literally. Like, and I'm like, I like that they were trying to connect them back in the day, and I do wonder what that would have been.
They tried to get Hugh Jackman in the first Spider-Man, but it didn't happen. So that was clearly something that was on their minds, even all the way back then. They just couldn't really make it work. But yeah, it's just to me, those are the only two major gripes. Everything else in this movie works. I mean, I think it's fucking hilarious. I really like the story. I think the four of them are fucking perfectly cast. I really think all four of them are just Johan Grufford to
I
me. You can't top
haven't
him as
seen
Mr.
him in
Fantastic.
anything. I mean, I've seen him in other shit, but I haven't seen him in a lot. Honestly, this is making me want to pick horrible bosses.
Is he in that?
Yeah.
No.
That's why. So okay. So I've never seen him since, right? Like I knew him as Mr. Fantastic, and then in the theater, like I'm watching Horrible Bosses, he shows up, and I literally freak out. I am like,
Oh,
and I lean over to my dad. And I'm like, "That's fucking Mr. Fantastic," and he was like, "What?"
wow.
And I don't
I
want to
remember.
spoil the scene because I might pick it soon.
Okay.
So
Well, he showed up. I remember the only other thing I've really seen him in. Well, he was in Titanic, apparently. I haven't seen it in a long time, but he's the one who saves Rose at the end of the movie, in one of the lifeboats. So he's saving all kinds of attractive blonde women. But yeah, so there's that. And he had a very brief cameo in W of all things, where he played Tony Blair, and that was interesting.
I haven't seen W.
Don't. It's not,
W,
it's
but
not, it's not worth your time. But
it is. It's worth Sam's time
sure, okay, yeah. Asterisk
for
there.
Josh Brolin's performance. It is worth.
Asterisks, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but he's perfect. He's literally like Mr. Fantastic, came out of the damn comic pages. Michael Chiklis is one of the greatest casting choices in the history of superhero movies. He is so
Yeah.
goddamn good. Chris Evans is fucking amazing as the Human Torch. I swear to God, he plays him
Oh,
so well, so fucking cocky.
no
He's
offense to Joseph Quinn, I don't think he's gonna beat Chris Evans.
no, he's not. He's not at
Because Chris
all.
Evans came back for Deadpool Wolverine
And
and
killed it.
killed it.
And
Yep.
killed it. He hadn't lost a beat.
Nah.
Yeah. And Jessica Alba, I think she was very good for with what she was given. I think we know now Tim Story is a sexist piece of shit who was directing her all kinds of awful ways, literally telling her to cry prettier rather than act. And shit like that. Like in the scene where she's supposed to cry, he literally said, "Can you cry prettier, Jessica? We can CGI the tears in later." And yeah, so he's a son of a bitch, um but given the lack of direction she had, I think she still managed to, even though that pretty much made her performance the weakest of the four, she's still great. Anyone who says she's not can fight me. I really think she's my Invisible
You
Woman.
guys saw her in person, so you know.
I didn't say in person. I said we saw her.
Oh,
I said we saw her.
I'm getting down to I'm getting down to it.
Okay.
Because
I'm
now
not
now
confirming
what
whether we.
now
I'm not
now
saying
got
I'm
you to
not.
admit it wasn't in person.
I'm not saying we didn't see her.
Originally, you said you saw her in a hotel lobby,
We did
Yeah,
see her in the
we
hotel
did see
lobby.
her in the hotel
and
lobby.
now we have confirmed it's not in person.
No, I'm just saying I didn't say that. I didn't say it wasn't in
You
person.
just said that.
No, I said I didn't say we saw her in person, but I didn't say we didn't either. So I haven't told a lie yet, for the record.
At all.
I'm saying you told
No,
a lie. I'm saying we've gotten closer to the truth.
perhaps.
Perhaps.
She'll never uncover the truth. I'll kill you first before that happens.
And that means you have to fly here, and that means I'll have somebody I know with me, which is going to be good.
I can send somebody.
Yeah, he'll send his brother.
Yeah, I'll send somebody. You won't see him coming.
No, no, no. I'll see Noah coming. We'll have a few beers.
Okay. You do that.
Backfired on
You
you.
do that. And one of them will be filled with arsenic. And you'll die. And that's just how that'll go.
Wow.
But
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't know where the water
Given this
is.
podcast's eerie ability to fucking cause shit, if you die of arsenic poisoning, Matt, I know who the
Got
FBI
it out for me. Trump has got it out for me after the last
yeah,
episode.
no, I'm surprised you're alive after last week, to be quite frank. Because we definitely thought you were gonna die from Trump, but for making fun of him. But those sleeper
That's
cells.
actually a disease.
Say what?
Trump. It's a disease. Die from
Oh,
it.
okay. Well,
I know
anyway.
a friend. He got Trump.
Well, anyway,
Good Lord.
got a little off course there, but I think
Off the golf
all of
course?
them,
Trump never.
Oh, okay.
guys, you got to work with me tonight. I'm so goddamn exhausted. Okay, you've about defeated me at this point. I don't have the will to keep fighting. Um, yeah, so the first one, it has a ton of heart. I think it's fucking hilarious. I think the four of them are so perfectly cast. I genuinely think that Ben's story is so moving and emotional and just my favorite part of the movie. I mean, especially writing wise, I think that scene with him and Invisible Woman on the street where she's like, "We're all in this together." He's like, "Together? Susie, you have no idea what I'd give to be invisible, you know?" I'm like, God damn, like that part hits me every time. It's like for the people who say these aren't well written, they're wrong. And for me, like I know that for some people it's like it's a matter of perspective. It's like yes, it's very 2000s-y with the motocross and the new metal when he's going out of the helicopter skiing down the thing. And, I get it, but like,
My
that's not
favorite.
inherently a bad thing. It's just that's when this came out? So I don't know. I like it.
Honestly, one of my favorite bits is during that scene when he, like flames out, I guess, and
Mhm.
lands in like that little tub of water that turns into a hot tub.
Yeah,
I really fuck with that scene.
me too. That's Maria Menounos, by the way.
That
As
I knew she looked familiar.
yeah,
That's
who always gets me through the beginning of the movies. Shout out to
Thank
Maria Menounos.
God for the movie.
Yes. And she's credited in the movie as hot nurse. That's funny to me. But I just like that that's her actual credit. But yeah, no, and again, it's funny. I like the whole and God damn, can I just say again, say what you will. That scene where Ben wakes up in the hospital and that fake out where they make you think that he's the thing. Give me the goddamn mirror. That is so good. That is genuinely so well directed. Like to the point where I saw that movie so many times as a kid. And when I watched it again last year for the first time in forever, I knew that wasn't the scene where he turned into the thing, and it still got me. I was like, this isn't the part where that happens, but it was so well done. I was like, wow, full props to them for that scene.
Best thing costume so far, like to me. Like it feels
Same.
real.
Number
I know
Not
it's
even close.
realistic. Yeah,
Not
like
even close.
even the new one in the trailers I've seen just kind of doesn't look like.
It's
Yeah,
it's
sure.
CGI. It's CGI. It doesn't look as real.
Yeah,
Like
it
this,
could be second best if maybe, but still, I
I
think
don't like
the
the beard. I
yeah,
don't like the beard. But
me neither. I know it's
um
comic related, but yeah, it just doesn't
I don't
work.
give a shit. It's stupid. But but yeah, no, I think this is his best look. I've heard some people criticize his look in this. I really think it looks amazing. I think it look, especially to the fact that they were able to make it, he was able to merge with it so well, to become one with it so well, to be able to move, and it doesn't feel like he's trapped under all these prosthetics. It feels like him. He feels like a person, you know? Go ahead.
One thing I was gonna say that I liked about each movie is they show them, for the most part, maybe not the thing, but they show them kind of using their powers in everyday like life.
Well, and
Like
that's
in
the
the
thing. I've
they
heard
show
people, I've
Reed grabbing the toilet paper. I always wished I used to be able to do that. That was like one of the things as a kid. I was like, man, I wish I could just grab toilet paper from the other room.
Yeah. And I've
And then
heard people,
second one, he's like puts the fucking suitcase over that lady's head, and I'm like, I just love that they just because usually in movies they're like, no, don't use your superpowers for good or for yourself in public. They don't give a
Reed
fuck.
I don't
walks
give
in
a shit.
on Sue
They don't give a
the other
fuck.
shower.
Johnny's like, yeah, I don't fly in coach, and then he's just outside,
What did
and
you
then
just say, Sam?
And then we get the scene of Reed walking in on Sue and coming out of the shower.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only Sue thing I can remember that is her like everyday life thing, and that's where it's fucked.
I do think that's a funny gag though. That's the only one of the
If,
well,
that's the only
that's
one
the
of them that makes
if you
sense.
didn't
Like
have the others,
Ben
that
that don't
one,
really get the benefit of that doubt because she has
yeah.
to take off her clothes every time she wants to be invisible,
yeah.
unless she's
Yeah.
wearing a suit. And then, but Johnny and Mr. Fantastic, they can just use that shit all the time.
Yeah. And I think again, like so that's the thing with this one. It's got a lot of heart. It's got a lot of like, and I miss the days. We kind of talked about this when we talked about Spider-Man. I miss the days when they could just like make a movie that was a superhero movie that didn't have to follow like the superhero formula of today. Like this movie is basically just about there's no universe-ending stakes. There's no like, massive like the multiverse is gonna implode if we don't stop this thing. It's just like four people, well, five really, get their powers and they just spend the movie trying to figure out how to fucking undo it, and it's an examination of like how it affects their lives and how they have to cope and exist. And I'm just that's the movie.
Well, that's the
That's
thing. To
fascinating
your
to me.
point, to your point, they used to do character studies, and now they don't.
No,
So
not as much. I mean, even
that's what you described. It's like all character studies. Like all the old movies were like,
yeah, it's just about
how do
like
these people
watching
react with these powers? Not necessarily like, okay, but how does this also relate to the greater plot of what we're
how are
doing?
we going to save the multiverse with these powers? Like that doesn't come into play here. It's just like seeing how it affects each of them and the relationships with each other and good character development that gets cut out apparently that I saw a bunch as a kid, but they cut out with Johnny.
There's this
And
I saw where Johnny and Victor are together in his limo, and they're drinking, and he's kind of like persuading him as well to like join him.
yeah, and again, it's just like it works for me. I think again, it's fitting that it's a Tim Story movie. The only other movie of his I've seen is Barbershop. And that's a movie where I'm like, okay, that movie's very similar in the sense that like, is that a perfect movie? No. But by the time I'm done watching that movie, whatever the problems I had with it were, I don't even remember because I'm just thinking about all the things in it that I loved and just the heart and the humor that it had, and it just worked for me on that level. And that's kind of how the first one is. In spite of its problems, and them telegraphing that his fiance is going to break up with him when he gets back, like really obviously, like, oh, you two are just perfect together. You'll never break up. Like, like stuff like that. You don't even care because it's just like so 95% of that movie, 90% of the movie works so well. And I genuinely fucking hilarious. So many lines. The thing in particular with his fucking like you alluded to it earlier, Matt. How bad is it? I used to smoke, you know. That makes me laugh every time. And then him getting out of the car and like, say something to the kids. Don't do drugs. That gets me every time. I love it. And then him having to take the stairs, he can't get in the elevator and all that. It's
I
just,
mean, I love that Johnny also in both movies, like I said, points out like his issues, like you mentioned earlier. Do you have ears?
hmm
Or how do you know? Or the second one, which I legit, again, I haven't seen the second one in so long. So when he said he was when the way Chris Evans does it to us is
yeah,
great. He's like, "How do you guys?"
yeah.
And then he goes like, "Is that a rock slide?" And then he just and then just like chases after him. And
I'll
I was,
show you a rock slide.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I love that. Like that is just so, and
And
you wouldn't do that nowadays because it seemed too adult.
We didn't talk about the whipped cream feather scene.
That's
yeah.
that's one of my favorite scenes
I love
too.
that part. Yeah. Where again, I've heard people criticize the movie for like, it's just them fucking around and not doing anything. I'm like, no, that's one quick little montage. Most of the movie is not that whatsoever. And
But you
again,
gotta show them fucking around.
there's a point to it. It's just highlighting the passage of time, and this is what people would do in this situation. Let's be honest. They'd fuck with each other with their powers and just pull pranks on each other.
Yeah,
I
especially
don't
like
know.
their personalities, especially are like
Yeah, especially Johnny, and I love that whole sequence. But we haven't talked yet about Doctor Doom, Mr. Julian McMahon.
I'm gonna say something.
Sure,
Oh, can I say something first?
you fight over who gets to talk first.
You know what? At the end of the movie, Doctor Doom could have used a little nip tuck. Sammy Chan.
There you go.
Um, well, the thing is, tail end of COVID, Stuart and I started watching Charmed, and he
Oh.
comes on the show as Balthazar, the demon from hell.
I've seen that because of
Great.
Stuart.
But we like for the first like few months could not figure out where I recognized him from, and then I finally like cracked and looked it up, and I got through half a season of the show not knowing that he was my Doctor Doom, and then when I that clicked, I lost my shit, and it made the show like even better, and definitely have had it on while Matt is over hanging out.
I mean, yeah, and Nip Tuck. I watched that because I knew he was from this. And that movie or that show, while it is Ryan Murphy based, which is his first one of his first shows, to be fair, before American Horror
It was his
Story.
very first show, yeah.
It's really good, actually. It's very good, at least the first season. I've only seen the first season.
I want to check it out.
Californication mixed with Dexter, if you can believe that. That's my best description of the show. It's crazy. It's really good. I love it. But yeah, no, he's great. He is such a good actor. And anything you see him in, he's just giving it his all. He doesn't care if it's low budget, high budget, mid budget. He's giving that shit.
Yeah. I have yet to see him in anything else to this day. I'd like to see him.
Really?
I've never watched Charmed, I've never watched Nip Tuck, I've never
He's
watched
he's in the new Nick Cage movie, The Surfer.
yeah, which I wasn't gonna see that movie, but as soon as I heard he was in it and it was like one of his last movies, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see
I,
that now.
I have the poster to that
Oh,
because of
cool.
my job, so I'm super happy.
Awesome.
I'll roll in this Netflix murder mystery called The Residence, which is about a dude
Oh my God, yes.
who
He
died
is.
in the White House.
And he
Damn, were you watching that?
We finished it. I love it.
So good. I fucking love that shit.
is that the one that just got canceled?
Yeah,
Oh, it
Yeah.
got canceled?
yeah. They're not
Yeah.
making
I thought it works as a limited series, honestly.
but it's so good.
It is so good.
But Julian McMahon did get to join the MCU though, technically. He was on the show Runaways.
He
Um,
was. Oh, okay, okay.
Wow.
He was sure Runaways. That show was great. I love that. Uh, I watched that when I lived with Stuart. We watched that together, and
Yeah.
that was literally the only
I haven't seen it.
show I think I've actually enjoyed to a
yeah,
point of like it being campy. It was very campy,
I never saw it, but I heard it was in the same vein as like the ABC shows and shit. But
very campy. But I
which
like.
didn't make me want to watch it. But but here's what I'll say. So I think just personally, um, I'm going to tread lightly. I don't think his performance in these movies works a whole lot. However, here's what I will say. It's not his fault because he was clearly directed to play Doctor Doom like a gay fashion critic rather than an evil
Jackson,
warlord.
this
And
is
that
my
just
reaction to your take.
when I think Doctor Doom, I don't think of him as that. That's just me personally. However, it's not his fault. He did the best he could with what he
Are
was
you
given
telling me? Wait, what did you describe him as before I?
Fashion.
as a gay fashion critic. That's
Are you
basically
telling
how he
me
acts.
that a gay fashion critic isn't possibly the most evil person you'll meet in your life? Have you ever considered that?
Fair point.
Like,
However,
like maybe top 10,
he's just
maybe
not Doctor
top
Doom.
5. Are you sure Doctor Doom isn't the top 5 most evil person you like? Think about that.
Well, I can't really argue with that logic. I gotta be
Because
honest.
like they're both top 10 evil people.
That's I can't argue. You have a point there. You are onto something, I think. But and I'm just gonna say like that's just me. Like
He seems like that.
he
He seems
doesn't strike me as Doctor Doom necessarily. But again, I never blamed him for that. I always thought that it was just he was clearly being directed.
Can you not see Robert Downey Jr. making that same face Julian McMahon's making right now?
And I don't think
I
Robert Downey
can. I definitely
I
can.
don't want Robert Downey Jr. to play him either, personally. We'll see how
I
that.
don't, but I can see it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can see the Julian McMahon.
But
Like,
what I will say is, regardless of how I feel about his performance, homie was my Doctor Doom as a kid. I love him to death. He's a part of my childhood in a massive way. And hearing that he died was very, very sad because, I mean, that's just crazy. He was only 56, and so that fucking sucks. He was definitely my Doctor Doom, and I miss him, and I hate that he's dead and all that. So I will say that's just my take on the first one. Not very well said because I'm functioning on about 2% fucking brain power at the moment. But the second one, let me just tell you, the first one I think is a solid movie, but it's harder to defend because of its flaws. The second one, I will go to the fucking mat for that film. I will just, that is a good, say what?
come to me?
I was trying to make that joke somehow, and I couldn't think of a clever way to do it. But yes, I will go to you, Matt. I will go to Colorado, and I will go to you for this movie because The Rise of the Silver Surfer is genuinely a good film.
It is
Uh,
great.
I think it's just a straight up good movie, and I think all of the problems in the first one are gone. I think the script is so much tighter in this one than in the first.
I
I
think
think the
Jessica Alba's better in this one too.
Jessica Alba, not only is her performance better, but that cringy humor, there's only one part where that happens. And I'll say this, is it unnecessary? Yes. But unlike the first one, it at least makes sense why it happens. Like her clothes burn off. I get it. Like that is what would happen in that moment. In the first
That
one,
happens to Jessica Alba on a daily basis.
but in the first one, there's literally no logical reason whatsoever why she has to do that, like at all. No narrative reason, no
I
logical
think
reason.
there's a logical reason if you're Tim Story.
Yes, but not in the film. And so for the second one, that's the one time it happens, and at least I can say, well, it's definitely gratuitous behind the scenes, but at least they made it like have a logical reason to happen in the scene. So there's that.
Well, it's
And
not gratuitous.
I think in general, the relationship between Reed and Sue is stronger in the second one. I think it's not nearly as cliched. I think it's much more believable. I think it's much more realistic. I like seeing them face the struggles of like how
And
do we
they took from the original Fantastic Four by having them get married.
yet another
The
influence
original one was really the basis for the rest of them, if you think
ahead of
about
its time in that regard. But I think that their struggles in this one, like genuinely showing them try to like fucking navigate being a family while being the biggest couple in the world and being superheroes and shit. That's believable. I like it. And I like how, again, Reed's whole thing of like learning to balance both and her thing of learning to balance both, it just made more sense to me. Like it felt more believable. And I think that she, again, Sue in this one, her character journey in this one is fucking solid as shit. I like
And
the fact that, yes.
I know I was gonna say, I'm sure you might bring this up later. I was gonna say one of my favorite parts actually is when Reed stands up to Andre Brower and she's like, "I'm so hot for you right
That's
now."
one of my favorite scenes
I
in
feel
the,
like you're gonna
oh, I
bring that
love
up.
that scene so
That
much.
is
I was
great.
gonna bring that up later. I love that scene so fucking much. I love how he just tells him off. I love how he's just like, treat me and my friends with some goddamn respect, you motherfucker. I'm just like, let's go. I'm so glad you feel the same way because I love that moment. Apparently, that whole monologue is taken verbatim from the comics almost.
Oh yeah.
He says it to Nick Fury, who apparently that's who Andre Brower was supposed to be, but they didn't have the rights, so they just made him a new
They
character.
just took the eye patch off.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
Crazy.
So I love that scene because it's very well written and it's a great moment for Reed learning to be more confident and learning to stand up for himself and learning to just be like, again, like he's so timid in the first one and in this one too, to an extent, but he grows in that scene and is just like, you're not gonna get a damn thing from me unless you treat me and my friends with some respect. I'm like, hell yeah, man, like standing up for your pals. That's, can't get mad at that. That's awesome.
Camping scene with his bachelor party was
I love that part. I love that part so much. Yeah, it
I
was
love, I love when he's trying to like get ready and then like his feet just drag on the floor and he's like Ben's like, I know about cold feet. And
yeah.
I'm just like, damn. Sorry.
bless you.
Dab on him, ho.
I
I thought Big Puss was going to enter the chat,
was hoping.
but it's Matt.
No. We already had Steve last here tonight. I don't think we need another one of my personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, another person. Fuck. Rule number one. God damn it.
I'm putting that in there somehow. I don't care how I do it.
Oh,
I don't care where I gotta put it. That's getting in there somewhere. Oh man.
I don't know where we were at exactly.
I was about to pass out from dehydration. What was I gonna say? I can't emphasize to you guys strongly enough. There's absolutely no goddamn ventilation in my room. But
Sorry. I was gonna say if only Jessica Alba was there to be a humidifier
if
from
only.
that wet ass pussy.
If only. But I don't fucking remember what the hell I was even saying before. Oh, but this one is really fucking solid. I maintain the action scenes in this are fantastic. The scene where Johnny chases the Silver Surfer is fucking amazing. Silver Surfer himself is cool as fuck.
No, Silver Surfer is like one of the best villains ever.
He's a
Like
G.
we're talking about Doom being a great villain, but like damn, Silver Surfer is like scary.
But he has a great redemption arc. And I love, again, Sue's character arc in this one of being the only one that trusts the surfer, being the one to convince him that we do have a choice, and being the one to sacrifice herself. Uh, and her selfishness, her sacrifice is what moves the surfer to be like, shit, if she can do that, I can go kill the spark cloud, you know?
This is the
Like,
second Julian McMahon movie where he hates a surfer.
indeed, that's a good point. I can't believe I didn't think of that until this moment. That's pretty wild, but he's so petty, Dr. Doom. He shocks him. Not so tough now, are ya?
like 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 a gay fashion
I'm
agent
telling you, that's how
fashion
he
designer
acts.
would be. His
That's
thing is
how he acts in this. But
it works. It's
I love
worked
the
to
parts
me.
where like
I
his face is
understand.
like flecking and like he's peeling and pulling the like metal out of his skin.
yeah, that effect was cool. Like the big scar on his face. I like that. I did think it was
Yeah.
odd I thought it was odd in the first one how Ben just didn't notice the scar on his face and then he notices it later when it's bigger. But it's clearly visible in that scene.
Yeah.
Thought that was weird.
Ben's got glaucoma.
Don't you mean Grok Roma?
I
Grok Loma? Whatever the fuck.
that's what I was trying to go. I was like,
Oh,
Yeah, tons of great shit. I love the stakes are real. I know I said like I'm not against there being universe-ending stakes because this one has them, or world-ending stakes anyway. I'm just against it being in every damn movie, you know. But when it's done here, the tension is real, man.
well,
Like,
they took at least a whole movie to do it.
yeah, they didn't just like, and it's
In the
justified.
first movie. Yeah.
It's like the example I always use of like that, like Shang-Chi. It just comes out of nowhere. Like the first two-thirds of that movie, it's a martial arts drama. That's what it is. And then in the third act, all of a sudden, they're like, oh, by the way, there's this giant Cthulhu monster behind this wall that we have not mentioned or referenced or seen or anything once in this movie. And if it gets out, it will destroy the multiverse. It's like, that's the plot of the movie now because we have to introduce some universe-ending thing in the third act. And it's like, at least here from the beginning of the movie, those are the stakes. You know, Galactus is coming and he's going to eat the planet. Like, they don't just introduce it out of the fucking blue because they feel like they have to. You know what I'm saying? And again, God fucking blesses this one. Hilarious. It's so funny. Like so many of the jokes, the rock slide joke fucking kills me every time. Him yelling at the bear in the forest. I remember when I watched that last year, I got lost my shit. Yeah, that's right. Keep running, boom, boom.
Yeah.
From furball. Lost my fucking shit. It was so funny. So many
I
of
mean,
the jokes in this, like, and Brian Posehn as the wedding chaplain. Like,
oh my God, that fucked me up so bad. I saw him and I was like, no way, you're in this movie. I did not remember you at all.
and just for no reason at all, when they have the wedding in China, it's him again. Like, how did they get him all the way out there? I just love that. But, and again, I love at the end there, like the character development, it's not just like Reed makes the decision. Sue makes the decision with him to be superheroes and not just focus on their family life. Like she says in that scene where they're all walking, she's like, we can't hide who we are. Like, this is who we're supposed to be. And I'm just
first
like,
family, bitch.
say what?
We're the first family, bitch.
That's right. And I like how she's fucking like, can we skip to the end at the second wedding? I'm just like, let's go. Like, again, I love it. Like, they're more in sync now. But in conclusion, I don't think I've really made my case very strong because for the audience, I just want you guys to know something. My apartment flooded last night and my AC is busted and it's a million fucking degrees in here. And I barely got any sleep last night because I was trying to clean up my carpet and it didn't really work. It's still soaking fucking wet and there's a mildew smell and it's just been absolute chaos. I got approached by a crazy guy at work today as I was trying to lock the place up who was trying to spread the good news of Satan to me. And you know, I'm not kidding. That was just hours before we say what?
Good news of Satan.
Yeah. Or the good news of Jesus. I couldn't really tell. He handed me a pamphlet or he handed me a piece of paper with a barcode that said 666 on it. And yeah, it was interesting to say the least.
But
But
you know what, Jackson? Despite all that, you still got a big rocky cock, though.
well, I'd like to think of it more as a stretchy cock myself. Because sometimes it looks
Actually, it's a metal.
sometimes it looks one size, but then you stretch it out a little bit and it looks a little different. Or maybe it's just invisible, who knows?
Hey, you're gonna bring the Von Doom either way.
I think it's more like invisible. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, you know, we can maybe I will bring the Von Doom. Maybe, my friend,
Maybe you'll bring the Von Coom.
maybe I will bring the Von Doom. Maybe so.
Von Gooner.
Chemistry lesson 101. What happens when you nut in her and, you know, it's flaming hot like the Human Torch?
What?
I don't know.
You know, no, it's what happens when you mix uh flaming hot a flaming hot item with a cooling substance, you get Amelia Perez.
How did we get here? How the fuck did we get here?
I don't know.
I need to think about the movie I'm actually gonna go see this week, and took a sip of my.
We're off the rails as usual here, folks. I blame myself, frankly.
We're not even on the off the rails one. The off the rails one is coming up with Joshua Crank.
Well,
Hey,
so let me just finish this one and then we'll move on. I love these movies. I don't think I made my case that well because I'm fucking dehydrated and tired and probably got a satanic curse placed on me by this guy at work. If I'm being honest, I'm probably going to be, dead within the next 24 hours. But that's all okay. It's okay that I didn't make my case. It's okay that I had to survive. Matt fucking what Johnny does at the end of the movie to Doctor Doom where he squeezes him like a cobra. That's what Matt was doing to me at one point while I was trying to make my case, and I survived that. And that's okay. So, I love these movies with every fiber of my goddamn being. That's the point. That's the moral of the story. Fuck you if you think they're bad. They're not. They're classics. I love them. This is my Star Wars prequels moment. I'm just gonna defend the shit out of them, no matter
If,
what.
if you think the Fantastic Four movies from the 2000s are bad, not only do you have to come through Jackson, you got to come through me.
It's
And not only
clobbering
do you go
time.
through me, you got to go through Sam.
and I'm about to fuck y'all up.
That's right,
Exactly.
because the next movie, the next one that we got to talk about, this is the moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. It is Josh Trank's Fant Four Stick. Take it away, Sam. Oh shit.
We are here.
Bro, Sam is the Joker.
Hey.
Not the Joker, he's the Riddler from the fucking Batman.
Oh
What is going on right now?
shit!
Bro, you look that it looks like it's melting off of you.
We
What in the
today.
satanic ritual are we
It
doing?
doesn't help that he does look a lot like Paul Dano, as we recently pointed out.
Oh fuck!
No, yeah, he looks like Paul Dano trying to be the Batman.
We are halfway through production on the best new thing to ever happen to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you can hear me, I don't know. I'll turn this down.
I can.
Damn, you look like the Gimp right now. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're going for.
You'll see when the light comes on.
A Gimp, but in eyes wide shut.
But I also need my drink because I'm going to set today. My name's Josh Trank. I love my actors. I love them. Miles Teller, he's the GOAT. But
Is that because he's an anti-vaxxer?
I have a very bad feeling about something that's gonna happen. Oh my god. Sorry. Whew. It started spewing a fucking lighter fuel. Here I am. We are going to be taken on the journey that is my version of the Fantastic Four.
You look like MF Doom.
We don't have anything going wrong on set. Everything's good. I sent you the dailies. We're doing good. It's looking creepy. It's a whole new take. It's a whole new take because we start with Reed Richards as a child meeting his best friend, Ben Grimm. And what do we have? Oh, just you wait. They're gonna get their powers, and then they're gonna fight Victor Von Doom. Doesn't sound familiar, does it? For motherfucking sake. But I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna run with it, because Johnny Storm is black in my movie.
At least in this one, Victor Von Doom is like a fucking liberal shithead.
We'll talk about
Not even liberal
that.
shithead. He's like a I don't
He's
know
an
what.
edgelord.
Yeah, he's an edgelord. Exact. Yes, that's the.
He's a fucking little pretentious edgelord asshole, is what he is.
Victor Von Doom on Reddit.
Literally.
That's what this movie is.
Literally.
But we are moving forward. We are progressing. We are going to be so good that the MCU has to include us. Nothing can go wrong. Here's to the first day of the second half of filming Fan Four Stick. My true vision. Nothing will go wrong. Except it does. And that is the movie we fucking get, folks. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
I guess you could say, Mr. Trank, that things for you were not very fantastic.
No, because it looks like Mr. Trank wants to Sylvia Plath himself into an oven with some chicken wings on his fucking forehead.
If I like take off the glasses, it's much like more close.
Well, now you look like Goodnight Mommy.
I'm
Sam,
sorry.
Sam, you're scaring me more than Jackson did. And that's saying something.
Oh, there we go. You see, we got the reflection. We're doing good. We're doing good.
There you go.
Sam, you look like you're gonna walk into a theater on July 24th and shoot something up.
Hey, all right. We're sitting back. We're sitting back.
And
I'm in Colorado.
Now you look like Bruce Willis in Unbreakable.
God damn it. How am I doing?
You look like a Jedi.
Okay.
No. Robin Hood, maybe?
But the Taron Egerton, Jamie Foxx Robin Hood.
Oh, that's a bad one.
I need the fan out, Jackson, because I relate to you.
Not even Unbreakable. It's just glass at this point.
Say what?
I said it's not even Unbreakable. It's just glass.
You know, I'm really disappointed because the song I put on was produced by LP, and I thought he was gonna rap on it because it's the bonus track to the Fan Four Stick soundtrack. It was produced by LP, and he did not rap at all. And that was my whole hope, is that he would be rapping it as I did my thing.
The one thing I do find funny about Josh Trank is while I don't like his directing, his music taste isn't terrible because LP did do the music to Capone,
which is pretty cool. I wish he did more film scores.
Philip Glass
almost had Blade Runner. He almost had Blade Runner.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was this
close.
Oh,
that's right. He did. He submitted his own score for it. That's right.
I'm so pissed because like his Blade Runner score probably would have been fire. Not
fuck yeah, it would have.
But
I guess to fully get back on point, we have a slew of actors filling in the roles of these old classic heroes. We have, picture this, Miles Teller as Reed Richards. We have Kate Mara as Sue Storm, Michael B. Jordan, Johnny Storm, and Jamie Bell.
Looking like a little baby boy.
Looking like a little baby boy.
Little baby boy.
Looking like someone who would crash their car speeding because they're a reckless motherfucker.
Because they're a sinner.
But
this ain't no Fast and Furious.
I would like to point out
I can't say what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Jackson.
That our fourth fantastic member is a returning player from a recent episode. Who is it, Sam?
Who is it, Sam? Who is it? Who is it?
I'm just trying to think because we got Toby Kebbell.
No, you didn't know.
Oh wait,
Jamie Bell.
No, you didn't know.
Oh, well, Jamie Bell, yes, the GOAT
from King Kong.
There we go.
From King Kong. I was thinking Tim Blake Nelson from
The Last Shot.
From The Last Shot.
He and Toby Kebbell took King Kong-sized cock from the studio on this one.
Toby Kebbell was also in a King Kong movie.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying they both got railed on this one because not only is their face not in 90% of the movie, their voice is modulated. So the audience really can't get to know them. They're not playing a character. They're not playing anything. They're playing a fucking morphed out piece of shit that nobody gives a fuck about. All right.
This is true.
That pissed me off so much because they railed Toby Kebbell and Jamie Bell with dicks. And I'm telling you, Jamie Bell in Tintin gives such a better performance than this movie. Hands down, and he is not even human in that movie in 1 second. Yet somehow that movie is like, he gives a better performance in that one.
But I'm
really that one.
Well, so Sam,
or not Marvel, but Sony.
Sam, what are your thoughts on Fant Four Stick?
The first half of this movie is not bad. I think it actually kind of like does its job, does the setup, and then once we get to the fucking bullshit, it just becomes horrible. And you would completely disagree, Matt?
This movie was bad from the moment it started. I
Hey,
really,
hey,
I
Matt,
unfortunately wanted to agree with you, but I didn't. And like,
Matt, I just have to
I
say,
really hate on movies. This movie started out bad, ended bad. In the middle was like,
there's
in
no redeeming
my
quality.
here's my little thing. I'm gonna throw up my spiel here, and I'll let Jackson take it away. Josh Trank said Gate was given a Fantastic Four movie. In his head, he said, "I'm gonna do a different movie. I'm gonna do my own thing. The characters are just gonna have the same names as the characters that they had, but I'm gonna do my own movie." That's what I imagine happened because like the characters had the same names. There were same similar-ish tropes. But honestly, my opinion, if you had done the same exact movie, same exact script, not called it Fantastic Four, called it something else, changed a few things to not make it like Marvel, wouldn't have been as bad. It would have been like an okay sci-fi movie, would have had its merits and whatnot. But I feel like there was like he was just trying to make it his own thing, and that was the issue. He was trying to deviate too much, way too much. He was trying to make it his own thing to a point where it's like, dude, that's not what we're looking for. And I think Marvel also tried to like come in and fix it. Didn't work. Made it worse, probably. And that's where we're at with this fucking movie. Jackson, you take it away. That was
Matt,
my opinion watching the whole movie.
Matt, it's been said, it's become a bit of a running joke at this point that we disagree sometimes on certain things, but not really that often. But it feels like lately it's happened a couple of times. I don't think I've ever agreed with you more. You basically just said everything I was going to say. You just said everything I was going to say. That's exactly what this movie is. It's Josh Trank was given a Fantastic Four movie, and he basically said, first of all, I'm going to make it the hipster version, the modern hipster version, and basically this is a Fantastic Four in name only. This has nothing to do with those characters. It's just the same names and the same powers, but it's otherwise just a completely its own movie. And I think that it's like they saw Chronicle and they said, "Oh, that's a movie about superhero kids. Let's hire him to do our superhero movie." And it's like, did you see the superhero movie he made? And homie just made Chronicle again. But Fantastic Four and Chronicle are two different things. And it's like, yeah, that was like a horror kind of ish found footage movie that doesn't work for the Fantastic Four. It's like the first half of this movie is so goddamn stupid and so goddamn boring and so goddamn cringe-inducing. It is absolutely insane. I was so bored. I was so bored, guys. It was unbelievable. It was so bad. Edgelord ass Doctor Doom, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic in this film is the biggest pussy on the face of the fucking planet. I mean, just leaves them, abandons them, and you keep waiting the whole time. What's his excuse? He doesn't have one. He's just a pussy. He just left. He just didn't want to come back. And I'm like, we're supposed to like this guy? None of the characters are likable. They don't make him likable from the jump. They try to make Tim Blake Nelson the bad guy, but he's really the most reasonable one there because like, what does he say? He says, "Oh, we shouldn't bring Victor in on this. He's dangerous." He's right. He ends up being proven right. He says, "Oh, we shouldn't let them go in there. They're not professionals. We need to let professionals go in there because they're just a bunch of kids." He ends up being extremely right about that because their dumbasses go in there and ruin the whole goddamn thing. And I'm
That shit pissed
like,
me off the most. Like the whole, oh, who got the credit? Buzz Aldrin, Lance Armstrong, Neil
yeah.
Armstrong, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, and then they go and they get fucked up, and I'm like, this is why they send in people for that reason.
Yeah.
Shits.
You fucking bunch of
I
morons.
agree with you 100% on Tim Blake Nelson being the most reasonable one of them all.
He really, but they try so hard to make him seem like the bad guy, and I'm like, he's actually very reasonable. And
His death
like
is fucking horrific.
Victor hates him
Dude, that's the
so
only.
much.
So, see, for me, I hated the movie. The only thing I liked about it was his death because I was like, man, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
That was the only thing where I was like, I hope the Robert Downey Jr. Doom does shit similar to that, where he just explodes people's faces in front of them, kind of shit, because that would be intense.
That would be intense.
I don't know if they're gonna do that, but
That scene was intense. But here's my thing too.
I'll give them that.
The first half of the movie is boring and nothing happens and there's no character development. The only attempt at character development is just them, a quick montage of them just working in a lab. It doesn't really show them bonding whatsoever, which again, the Tim Story movies and even the damn Corman movie do much better. I mean, like,
Yeah, yeah.
even that one at least has some attempt at letting them bond. This one just, oh, there's a quick little montage of them just working in a lab, no bonding whatsoever. They get drunk together in one scene and that's it. And
It
it's
looks
just
so
like,
terrible too. Like the cinematography is so fucking gray.
the
I'm
color palette
so
is so
mad.
goddamn ugly. It made me want to throw up. The whole movie is gray. The whole thing is set in a fucking science lab. It's just like,
Like,
you want to know what the thing
oh,
is? You want to know what it is,
I hate that
honestly?
shit.
Do you want to know what this movie is? This movie is, in essence, the exact same thing as the Corman film, where it's just like, we just need to make a movie to keep the rights, and we're going to make it for as cheap as possible, only set it in two locations. We don't really have any hopes for it. The difference is this came out in 2015 instead of 1994, so they couldn't get away with not releasing it. So they had to release it this time.
I
That's
mean, they had the
essentially what
costumes.
this
They were
is.
just like they used bullshit ass costumes that weren't
Terrible. They're so bad.
have labels and shit, which
Yeah,
was bullshit. And then as we talked about earlier, uh, they used the ending of the movie, which is such bullshit, to establish the team.
yeah.
The fucking Fantastic Four, both of the ones we watched before, they established the name super early on in the movie.
Hmm.
Not they don't tease it. They're not like, no, they're the Fantastic Four motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like
They don't
God,
even say it. They don't even say it.
Uh,
Like he's about to say it
that
and then cut.
it's like they're ashamed to be themselves. The whole movie is ashamed to
Max
be a
They're
Miles'
ashamed to be the
smug ass
Fantastic
goddamn
Four.
fucking face. Just the second he was like, "Say that again," I was like, "Fuck you, you piece of shit!" Like I want to
And
fucking
but
choke you.
here's the thing. Famously, some people may not remember this. It's crazy to think that this movie is 10 years old now. That's wild. But some people may not remember this. But famously, when this movie came out,
talk
John,
about how to kill a franchise in 10 fucking years.
yeah, How to Lose a Franchise in 10 Seconds. It should have starred Matthew McConaughey. But yeah, it fucking what was I gonna say? Oh,
Josh Trank, call him more like Josh Tank a fucking franchise.
oh, but guess what else he tanked? His fucking directing career, when not only did he make the movie a piece of shit, but he famously came out right before the movie was released and said on Twitter, my version of this movie would have been amazing, but the one that's in theaters is not. Motherfucker, if the first half of the movie was what you did, you're dead fucking wrong, because it's boring as shit, and it's fucking stupid. And then in the middle, out of nowhere, it becomes a goddamn body horror movie out of nowhere for some reason. And I'm just like, what is this fucking bullshit? Like, there's supposed to be an excitement about this. Like you're supposed to want to see them become the Fantastic Four, but he makes it a horror movie in the middle where it's absolutely like he's stretched out on the table and it's all horrifying and he's like, "What's happening to me?" And like seeing the thing like unable to move, like and like just it's so goddamn horrifying. And I'm like, why was this a body horror movie? What are you doing? Why are you making me not want to see them be the Fantastic Four? Why are you making it scary? What is your problem? You goddamn fucking hack. This is the
Because
person who had Al Capone shit his pants 5 fucking times in one movie and shoot an alligator in the face and call him a
I will
bum.
stand by
He's a
Capone
hack.
till
I
the
will.
day I die.
Thank you, Sam. I will stand by Capone. I will sit by that movie the way Al Capone sits on that shitty ass dock. I don't give a
With his
fuck.
shit-filled pants.
Capone is nowhere near as bad.
I will fucking put this movie in a goddamn crucible. I will literally molten lava this movie into existence. I hate every
It's so bad. Like I
It's
couldn't keep it up.
so
It's
bad.
one of the worst superhero movies ever.
Of all
And
time.
honestly, here's the thing. I want to say that, like, I just want to throw this out there as maybe a possibility, a cosmic thing. This was the beginning of Marvel trying to put their money on younger filmmakers, right?
Bolts.
So there is a huge moment of learning
Well, we
on
got to remember this wasn't Marvel Studios. This was Fox.
yes. Even then Marvel was doing it, Fox was doing it, and it kind of started to become a thing where they were like, hey, let's find an indie filmmaker and throw a franchise at him. Happened several times. We can all name them. I'm not even going to go through that part. I'm just going to go through the fact that this is probably one of the first, as far as I can remember from being alive at this point of time and everything else. This is one of those moments where they kind of threw a gamble on somebody who wasn't huge at the time, but they thought, "Oh, this is going to be huge." And they absolutely shit the fucking bed. So they all shit the bed on
Well,
this.
here's the thing.
Any producer did.
Mhm.
The only thing I'm going to say is, I while I don't like Josh Trank for reasons because of hearing the way he directs, and I just cannot
Hey,
abide.
as a director,
Anyway.
you wouldn't have a fucking sip of whiskey right before you fucking tell someone to go fuck themselves and punch them.
Are you a mean drunk or are you a happy drunk? Depends on the whole
He's a
situation.
mean drunk. If this
No, he's a delusional drunk. That's
that
what he is.
too.
He's not a mean one. He's delusional. He's fucking off the rails, doesn't know what world he's in. That's fine. Don't care. I'm not here to slam him. It's not his fault. There's like 8,000 producers upon his head, upon the idea that some indie filmmaker would make a good movie and then give him a bunch of money that he didn't deserve because he doesn't know what to fucking do with it. Just all amalgamated into this movie. And I don't want to blame him solely while we're gonna shit on him in about 5 seconds because like I don't love him. The way he sounds very pretentious and entitled for no reason. Uh Shit ass. That's just me. But I'm gonna say this. He was given like he was given a Mount Everest. So
He was given a golden egg and he
he,
fucking cracked it. But
he was given a golden egg and he shit it out like one of those chickens you see on the side of the street.
Exactly.
He never crossed the road because he got ran over for drunk driving.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm calling out ultimately in that whole segment. I am calling out Marvel for just at a point they were like, "Hey, let's just throw money at indie filmmakers," and that just backfired on them.
I mean, they're still doing it. They're still doing it now.
No, but it's always backfired on them.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is the only one I give credit to because it's Matt Shankman who did WandaVision. They have like built up foundation with him.
Yeah.
That's why I give Fantastic Four credibility. Other than that, they've been
Here's
shit.
the thing with this movie, though. I do blame Josh Trank, and I also blame. Here's the thing. Here's what I always say in a situation like this. As far as the studio goes, they should have known who they were hiring. It's like what I've said for a lot of the Star Wars movies. It's like with the whole Episode 9 fiasco. It's like the reason that was such a behind the scenes, the production of that was such a shit show is like, why did you hire Colin Trevorrow in the first place? The reason there was such a fiasco, like you should have known who you were fucking hiring. He's a fucking shitty director who's never made a good movie.
They're
You should have
trying
known
to
that. And then
retcon.
you found out too late that he was a fucking hack, and you fired him, and you got JJ back in there at the last
I'm not
second.
even blaming Colin Trevorrow. I'm just blaming like the fact that they were trying to retcon all of Ryan Johnson shit. They were
No,
like,
but that's not
like
the
what he
point. The
did.
point is the
Got
studio. The studio should have known better than to hire him in the first place. If they had gone with someone who wasn't a shitty filmmaker and just kept that person on, it may have been less of a train wreck behind the scenes. And the thing here is,
Can we all agree that the studio is the problem in both of these?
Yeah.
no, I think that Josh Trank is mostly to blame here. But the problem is, again, the
whiskey.
studio is at fault for having hired him because they shouldn't have.
That's
Because
yes.
Homie was not the one. He did not understand the assignment. He was going to make Chronicle again,
But
and that's not what this should
think
have
about
been.
this though. And this isn't again, I'm defending Josh Trank for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
You shouldn't. He's a piece of shit.
But like, okay, you're an indie filmmaker. Disney comes up to you and throws money at you before.
Of course, you're going to say yes, but
exactly. Like you're gonna say yes.
But you know what you should do though is try to
You're not
make
gonna
a
say
movie.
no.
But what you should do is A, try to make a good movie, which he didn't. He tried to do his own little weird
How
experiment
is he?
bullshit. And
Oh,
B, he was being a belligerent dick and
okay,
bullying the cast the entire fucking shoot.
that's my issue. That's
I
my
heard he
issue.
choked out someone. I don't
Don't
remember.
be a cunt. But if he was a
That he
downright,
threw his cup at someone and then choked someone out.
yeah, don't be
He
a cunt. You're a
destroyed
downright cunt. I'm not saying that.
he destroyed the house that the studio rented for him for the production.
Of fucking course he did. 'Cause
Caused
he's a,
like $100,000 in property damage to the fucking house. Wasn't talking to anybody on the set, so no shit they stepped in eventually because he wasn't communicating with any of the higher ups, and he was almost getting in fistfights with Miles Teller. He was bullying the shit out of
okay.
Kara. I
Okay. The
mean,
only reason why he was fighting Miles Teller was because he wouldn't get the vaccination.
I've started something that cannot be ended.
Sam is spreading fake news. Yes. Last week, Sam said that Miles Teller was an anti-vaxxer, and we cut that out because it wasn't true.
Unfortunately, we cut that out.
Yes.
Oh, so my joke just sounds like I'm fucking crazy.
That's why I'm explaining it right now for the audience
I
because
really gotta start watching the episodes.
yes,
Figure out what's not.
but
I'm just making jokes about shit that we didn't talk about.
but Josh Trank is a belligerent dick, and he
Don't
made a shitty
disagree.
movie, and he fucking there's no excuse for him to have behaved the way that he behaved. And I'm watching the movie, and it's so funny because you can just see the point when the studio takes over the movie.
Yeah.
It's the jump to 1 year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I was sitting here watching it and I was like, okay, first of all, I honestly sympathize. I'm like, I see why, like, because that's the point where it's like it's starting to become like a fucking weird body horror movie. And I'm like, I totally understand them sitting there watching the scene and being like, Jesus Christ, no, we're not doing this. We got to take over. This is fucking insane. And then, like, the second half of the movie is also terrible and is also boring as shit. The climax makes absolutely no goddamn sense. I have no idea why that man behind you, Sam, is doing what he's doing because they never fucking explain it. They never fucking explain. The climax takes like
You don't
7
get why he's doing what he's doing?
He's like, I need
Jackson,
to
look at his face. Look at him.
He looks like a crash test dummy.
Within the score, which Philip Glass had a participation in, and he's a fucking obscure ass fucking weird dude. And so like they definitely were throwing the weirdest goddamn shit on the board, and no shit, it just was weird as shit.
The end is so bad. It's just insane. And I just hate that fucking the whole thing just sucks. But at least I was thinking to myself, as bad as the climax is, I'm like, at least something is happening now. Like, at least there is something going on. It doesn't make any sense and it's terrible, but it's something. It's not just them sitting around in a fucking science lab not doing anything the whole fucking movie. Like,
Yes. Okay, so on a very serious note, digressing from my just being stupid as fuck. Me and Reggie Cathy did meet at a Bojangles because I was working there. It wasn't at a drive-through, but it was he did order to go. And I had a moment where I looked at this man and I was like, "Here's your food." Can't remember what he got. And he in his the only thing that I remember out of the everything, like obviously his face and everything else that was very much him. He did have a bag of like that was like from like one of the like shaving, like the very high-end shaving companies from South Park Mall, which is across the street. He had that in his hand. That's the one thing I remember other than his face. But in his deep voice, he was like, "Thank you very much, young man." And I just looked at him and I was like, "Yo, I fucking know you from somewhere." And it wasn't Fantastic Four. It was House of Cards.
Cards.
But yeah,
Man.
I for sure have met this man before. He was very nice in the one moment I met him, but like when I looked into his eyes, he didn't give me malice, or anything. It was just very calm.
Positive celebrity meetings.
Yes.
Unlike if we met Josh Trank, because I would give him shit for this goddamn piece of shit garbage.
You gotta ask him, hey, did David Lynch base your character? or you
Yeah.
office character in Mulholland Drive.
Matt, I'm glad that I bit the bullet with this one though, so I wouldn't ruin your 99 streak.
You think?
Because I knew the second we were gonna do Fantastic Four, I was like, I'm gonna do the Josh Trank one.
I mean, hey, as long as you're wanting to do that one in the opening, that was good. I didn't.
I'm what, like 2 for 7 or something on this season. Like I have been picking some fucking low hanging fruit.
No hanging plums.
Low hanging plums. Just like Ben Grimm's distended testicles.
I don't know what word we can use to get Jackson away from his gooning.
None.
I usually do that shit off camera.
Distended testicles. That's what it'll do.
It's a long summer.
It is
That's
indeed,
what
my
they're calling
friend.
it. A long summer.
It is indeed, my friend.
Just like Reed Richards' long Sumner.
Well, so I guess I'll just wrap this up as the host of this episode. I don't think we really came to a point on Fant Four Stick, but if I have to keep recording this,
That's we all got the okay. Wait. I think we all can agree on this one point that I will try to wrap this up with. Fan four stick. You wish you were Jewish because you want that shit to be cut off.
Goodbye, everybody. This has been the Fantastic Four special, foreskin special, as Matt just alluded to, and I'm just pulling the plug on this one now because I blame myself. It's been a catastrophe. But yes,
Where's my rock?
if each of our episodes are planets, Galactus, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to eat this one. So anyway. Thank you, everybody.
3.
3-4-3.
Thank you,
Vote
3
for
for
your
3.
favorite polls.
Like, subscribe, and vote in the poll, motherfuckers.
Yes.
And
If
you know
you're
what?
even still subscribe to us after this episode.
Be nice to the rocks. Be nice to them.
Goodbye.
We all rocks. Our heart is rocks. We all rocks.
Here we are. Here we are.